So we're gonna have some live comments at some point when people start commenting. Until then, don't worry about it. You know, don't worry about even commenting. Just enjoy the madness. First of all, Infinity War.
Thought it sucked. I mean, I had such high expectations for it, and maybe that's
I played into it,
and I think that was probably my issue. And it's funny because my homeboy said it's a setup movie. Don't go in and expecting a lot. It's a setup movie, but I'm just like, nah, it's Marvel. They've been delivering all this time. You know, they can't fuck up. They can't fuck up.
Right.
But when I got there and I saw it, I was just like madly disappointed going in. I mean, don't get me wrong, the movie had moments, but overall, I thought it was a disappointment. So
yeah, I feel like, you know, if you're talking about setup movies, there's been plenty of movies that do them to varying degrees. I think the first two that come to mind when you think of setup movies, depending on how your age demographic, is probably going to be Empire Strikes Back, right? So if you watch Empire Strikes Back, if you watch A New Hope, that's the first one. Self-contained, they win, Death Star gets destroyed, ending. Because they weren't sure if they're going to go do part 2 and 3. But they just, you know, so self-contained the first one. Mm-hmm. Second one, Luke's hand gets cut off at the end. Then he goes tumbling down a fucking nuclear reactor or some shit like that. Fucking Leia and all them niggas, they get taken captive by the fucking Empire. And Han Solo, he gets frozen in carbonite for whoever knows who. Super downer. But they set up the things intriguing enough to where, again, no one dies.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, what's happening. I think the second one that people would maybe naturally gravitate towards as far as setup movies is The Matrix Reloaded. And with that one, you have, again, the first story being self-contained, The Matrix. They weren't sure if they're going to do part 2 and 3. So you had a self-contained story. And then with the second one, you have to set up. But here's the difference. Matrix Reloaded and Revolutions came out 6 months apart from each other. Mm-hmm. One came out like in March or some shit like that, and the other one came out like in November.
I remember going down to Beacon East.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go see both of them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I think the first one ended off on such a fucking, like the second movie, Reloaded. I like that ending. Because we knew it was going to be a part 2. We knew it was a part 2.
Yeah.
So we knew it, and it was almost like corny. But the right kind. Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit! Agent Smith is on the fucking ship. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm not really a big Star Wars fan, and I vaguely remember The Matrix. So I'm thinking about setup movies. Would you say that not the Dark Knight, but would you say Batman Begins?
No.
Was it set up?
No.
Not even with that ending?
No. It was just the perfect ending to have you wanting more, but not being quite sure. You know what I'm saying?
When he was like, I'll look into it, he gave him the Joker card. You don't think that was a setup?
What it is that a setup movie is one that doesn't clearly finish a story. And what I look at in a movie is a self-contained story. Characters have character arcs. Maybe I'm the one trying to get married, and he's the best friend who's trying to tell me to go fuck with other chicks, right? But then my character arc is I find the trueness of love, and I get with my girl, I squash my fears, and I get my character arc. And then his character arc could be like, maybe he finds out that he never had a girl because he felt something bad about himself, and then throughout the course of the movie, he meets a chick. And so the one guy who's all bad, at the end, his character arc is that he evolves and becomes a better version of himself. That's a self-contained story. You can leave out trickles like, hey man, my girl got pregnant. Oh my God, this character who's horrible the whole movie, now with cliffhangers, cool.
Would the whole movie be a setup? The whole movie be a setup towards the next film? Or could it be like bits and pieces of it that let you know another film is coming?
That's what Marvel does so well, is that they normally just say bits and pieces are coming. You know what I'm saying? Leave little breadcrumbs to let people know, like Doctor Strange, even the Avengers movies, all of them have been self-contained movies that leave enough to say,
bring it as a setup to the next film.
Right. So this movie, I feel like does it horribly. And I think that I'm really gravitating towards I'm really gravitating towards thinking of this like a wrestling event. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're treating us like idiots. They're treating us like idiots. And you know, like Thanos is Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Thor is definitely not. You know, Roman Reigns. But you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
And I'm not, yeah, and they trying to set it up where the bad guy wins. But I think for me, ultimately, I know that nobody is gonna walk out of this like staying dead. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, we should say the spoilers. We're trying to save as many spoilers as we can towards the last end of it.
Okay.
But general impressions, general thoughts without spoiling any plot points.
I thought it was one. I think a lot of it could have been left out. It was a lot of filler. On top of that, I just thought it was too long for what they were doing. I felt like you could have cut probably about 30 minutes out of that film, and you still could have got your point across. But I thought it was too dialogue heavy too at the same time. Like, I understand what they were doing. They were trying to tell 5 different stories in one, but it was kind of all over the place, even though they figured, well, you probably seen all the movies. You know what's going on. So now we're just going to give it to you this way. Even though these movies are leading up to 2 big movies. Well, this movie's leading up to the Endgame. That's what they say is going to be called, Avengers Endgame. So, and ultimately, I just thought I wasn't impressed. I don't know. I think they were selling shock factor.
Right.
You know, shock factor by what happens at the end. I think they were hoping that people will be like, walk away from this movie like shocked. And that would sell it as if it's either a good movie or a bad movie, but people are generally going to take it as, oh, this is awesome. I didn't know this was going to happen. The bad guy, you know, that's how I thought people were going to take it.
I feel like it was lazy writing on that end because, again, it's only shocking if you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? If you're an idiot or you're not informed. You know what I'm saying?
Like, if you've never seen, like, if you've heard about superheroes, you know, Batman, Spider-Man, if you heard about them, but if you're not, like my girl, she's not a superhero fan. Like, she saw Black Panther, she enjoyed it, but when she came into the Avengers and she saw what happened at the end, she was like, why did they do that? Like, she just, I don't know. But I don't know.
I'm definitely looking I turned it the fuck off. I will say that I got the best impression because I went as a fan, highly anticipating it, and then I went with my brother who hasn't seen any of the Avengers films, any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and is only vaguely familiar with the comic book verse. So he went into it with the, like, you know, duh, that's Iron Man, duh, that's Spider-Man. But who the fuck is Gamora? Who's all these characters? And so it's very interesting to see someone absorb this as a total bystander. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, he had a good time. He had a good time. He was very confused over stuff. He was very loud in the movie theater. Hey, who's this guy? This is Drax. He's Drax the Destroyer. You know what I'm saying? But for myself, I feel like they say the other reviewers saying that they pushed the envelope. West Side Perp. They say they pushed the envelope, and they say that they tried something different, and I feel like that didn't happen. I feel like they tried to insult our intelligence, and I felt though they gave us way too many characters with not enough reasonings for these characters, other than the fact that 5-year-old children will watch this and be like, "Hey,"
and buy toys.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Buy
merch.
And again, I get that's the WWE formula. Like I get that kids are the main people watching this film, and I get that, and that's not lost on me. But as far as my impression of this film, there are definitive moments that even if my brain gets washed out and wiped, I will remember from the first 2 Avengers, namely the all-in-one shots. That is a seamless, non-cut shot where they show all the characters seamlessly working together as the Avengers. Now,
that didn't happen in this one.
That didn't happen, and I'm guessing that they may be saving that for part 4. But this is an Avengers film. There are precedences that have already been set, and you have to live up to that. So even if you have this crazy shocker ending, I can't tell you that there's anything memorable from this movie that I will always remember for the rest of my life.
And now that you say that, it got me thinking. This kind of felt like a Vision and Scarlet Witch story.
Oh,
because it was pretty much the whole chase was about getting Vision, and the whole thing was about, will she do what she has to do to stop him from getting the Infinity Stone?
Okay, tell me this. Hawkeye, did he have more story in Avengers 2 than Vision and Wanda in this one? I would say yeah.
You think so?
First off, he wasn't susceptible to the mind control stuff, so that made him a pivotal character in freeing all of them from being there. Second of all, in the beginning scene, he got hurt, and they had to put that stuff on his body, which ended up being the same material that Vision is made up of. So that was another part. Then we go to this nigga house, meet his wife and kids and shit like that as well and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you take this character that wasn't really a pivotal character and you put him up on this.
You suddenly made him important.
Right. Now with Vision and Wanda, I just didn't feel that, and I feel you that it could have been possibly their story, but and then I would love it if they took some of those scenes from some of this other stuff, making that axe for Thor took way too long.
Yeah.
And some of that time could have been sent,
They could have cut 15 minutes out of that shit.
Yeah, it was a very long. I definitely appreciate Peter Dinklage. I think that
they got that nigga as a grown midget, bro. I could not believe it.
Yeah, I thought that was good.
That was a mind fuck, bro.
It was definitely. I think you know what I'm saying. See, this is what I'm saying. Something like that, a kid is not going to understand. So you're clearly doing this for the intelligent adults who, at least if not intelligent, you're savvy enough to know that. So again, you're inviting the idea that adults are watching this.
Yeah,
so your ending has to reflect that, and yet it so severely misses the point. You know what I mean? So
because ultimately we all know what's going to happen, or maybe we think we know what's going to happen.
I'll stand up and clap if Avengers 4 comes on, and any of the, before we get into all the heavy spoilers, any of the things that happen at the end, stay. Do that, and
But clearly, that's not going to happen because you hear about future movie deals that's already been signed on. So there's no way, at least everybody's not going to stay.
Maybe all those movies take place in the past, in the 90s.
No way.
Yeah, all of them.
No way. No way.
Early 2000s films.
No way.
Baggy pants and shit. Everybody listen to 50 Cent.
Absolutely not.
Guardians of the Galaxy
not.
already listen to 70s music and shit.
Well, they say Captain Marvel is in the 90s.
Yeah, I know. All right, so I'll tell you what. I want to get a little bit of organization. We're not going to go through all the notes that we have written down here, but let's go over. I feel like we came up with 5 different movies that are happening within this movie. Okay, those go as Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first half of them. The second story is Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, and Peter Parker Spider-Man. The third story is Thanos. He has a pretty big character arc and story going in here. The fourth movie going in this movie is Vision and Wanda. And the fifth movie that's happening in this movie is the second half of the Guardians of the Galaxy crew. Now, if we can go through the villains. Oh, what you want to start on the first one, Thor?
Yeah, no, we can go ahead and start how you was going to start. I was just thinking about something.
What's that?
So, I was thinking with the whole Tony and Cap thing. Okay, so Tony went into space. And they went into space to go do whatever they were about to do.
We're in mid-spoiler range here, so we're doing mid-spoilers, but we're still gonna save the heavy spoilers.
Yeah, what they had to do.
Mid-spoilers, though.
Got you. The phone. How can... See, I don't want to spoil it.
The phone?
I'm thinking about the phone that Tony had. How could had he made that call then? How could he have possibly helped them in that situation at that point in time?
How could who have helped them?
Cap. Because it's just like they did this whole thing around the phone, and
Tell us before the aliens invaded.
Okay.
Before. So let's go over these storylines, and if I can try to... Drew and Mantis, welcome. All right, let's try to look at this like no other reviewers are going to go through this. Let's look at it as a story individually. So let's look at this movie. This movie is Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy. Mm-hmm. And what happens is, at the beginning, Thor and apparently, again, we're trying to make this self-contained as if not watching the other movies and keeping this as a self-contained thing.
Right.
Thor and his people are ravaged, just brutally ravaged, and then we're introduced to the fact that they have Hulk with them. Hulk goes toe-to-toe with Thanos for a moment, and then momentarily he has the edge until Thanos, his people are like, we're about to jump in because Thanos has his group of mercenaries, his children of Thanos, and then the smart one is like,
no,
let him have his fun. Letting the audience know Thanos got this shit.
Right.
Thanos proceeds to Joseph Jackson the shit out of fucking Thor, or out of all of them. Thor, he's getting his ass beat. Loki's there. So basically, Thor, without going into all the stuff,
got that nigga shook.
Thor got his ass handed to him in the beginning. This is a different stream of you. Yes, Jimmy Brown it is.
I just hope that in the DVD cut they show Thor getting on the ship fucking niggas up. I mean, not Thor, Thanos.
Yeah.
Fucking niggas up. Because you just see it opens up where you got all these motherfuckers. It's like they sending out a distress call where all these Asgardians are dead on the thing. I want to see what the fuck happened.
So, let's continue with this movie, the first of 5 movies within this movie. So Thor, it gets he's out floating in space because his ship is no more. We cut to the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they are floating through space because there's a distress call that obviously they sent out before Thanos got to killing everybody on the ship. So as responding to that, they get out of hyperdrive and then zoop, and you know when they get out of hyperdrive, you can then see everything, and what they see are bodies flying everywhere. So then Thor lands on their ship, which conveniently enough, because had he not have landed on the ship, we wouldn't have this fucking any of this.
And Thor can breathe in space, by the way.
Good call.
Didn't know that.
So then they get the introduction to Guardians of the Galaxy, which then he then tells them about the threat of Thanos, one of which of the Guardians of the Galaxy knows about. In fact, 2 of them, Gamora and Drax. So after Thor pleads with them about his case and shit like that, there's a lot of hilarity in that scene. I can't lie. There's a lot of hilarious dialogue in that scene. They split up, and Groot and Rocket go with Thor, and they have an adventure. Now their movie, that would be pretty much the plot. The plot is that for their individual movie is that Guardians just finding out about this Thanos situation, and Thor getting his whole people blown up. They have to go to this place. I can't remember the name of the place, but they have to put together a new weapon that is specifically designed to not only kill Thanos but activate the Bifrost. And the Bifrost is the element, the ability to transfer yourself from one place to another place. If you saw
what Thanos was using to get to where he
I don't think he was using that. He was using something else, but like he was basically using the same thing that Apocalypse was using in some purple shit just came up behind him and then he just walks into the shit. So yes, rated R. So basically we'll try to keep the customers down if we can. That's mainly on my department. So then they get to the planet. They have to activate a star. This takes 15-20 minutes of studio or of airtime, but we find out about the elves that used to be on this place. It was a plentiful place where they would make weapons of mass destruction, but for good people. Thanos came there, destroyed it after they made the gauntlet for him, and he killed everybody except for the one guy. They convince him to, because he knows who Thanos, or he knows who Thor is. They convince him like, yo, okay, let's put this weapon together. This will kill Thanos, but this is all surrounding a giant star, like the sun, but it's going dead. So now they have to activate it. So there's a whole thing where Groot isn't doing shit. Groot is just sitting there because he's a little punk teen. And they activate the star, they get it going, and then finally he can go to Earth, where he finds out, shit, Thanos already has all his people on Earth. It's fucked up. He has to come down there and use this mighty weapon, which is fucking awesome, I can't lie, and decimate all the, remember how the Chitauri from the first movie, the first Avengers, some stupid brainless fucking, things again.
The goons.
Right.
The funny people from the Power Rangers and shit.
Right. So then they do that, and he finally gets to Thanos, and he throws this money, And he
You
proceeds.
should have aimed for the head.
He proceeds to pretty much kill Thanos. Or does he? So let's go to our second movie in this movie. This is the story of Doctor Strange. Tony Stank.
Stark. Oh, Stark.
And Peter Parker's Spider-Man. This all takes place in New York, where the three of them collectively have their own things happening, and Bruce Banner shows up on Doctor Strange's doorstep, so to speak.
After an ass whooping.
Right, and then so he goes and finds Tony Stank, which he then brings to the Doctor Strange area, and then Spider-Man gets involved because his spider senses go off because a giant thing comes from Thanos, comes and tries to invade New York. So they all get together, and Doctor Strange gets captured. So Tony Stark and Spider-Man have to go to the spaceship, which apparently is empty, except it's a giant spaceship the size of Detroit, but there's only one guy in it, and that one guy is Squidward, one of Thanos' bad guys. He sends two of them to Earth, and this is an amazing battle scene that takes place 20 minutes into the movie, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 15 minutes, because Thor's stuff is the first stuff. So in the Doctor Strange, Tony Stank, Spider-Man movie, opens up in New York.
Bro, it takes, not to cut you off, but it takes this nigga Doctor Strange way too long to power up, bro. It take him like...
I like
the right
it, though.
nigga could have had 15 hits in by now by the time he got that done.
I like it,
bro.
though, because he's all powerful, and yet he's flawed, because if you take his hands away, he can't do shit.
And look, his hands still fucked up, got them scars on
Right.
and shit.
Better put them gloves on.
Yeah.
So they go to the ship and try to rescue Doctor Strange, which they're successful at, killing one of Thanos' bad guys, which is a bad move in my opinion, because he was the only one who had dialogue, really. We'll go back to that. So after that, they come up with a plan. They have to figure out whether they should go back to Earth, because as we all know, Doctor Strange has the time jewel. So it's like, do they go back to Earth and keep it away from Thanos, even though we know Thanos is going to come for it? Or do we take the fight to Thanos? Maybe we should go to where the ship was going to. Let's go there and let's bring, because he won't expect that. So then they go there and they go to his home place called Titan. And when they get to Titan, they run into a second crew of people that they've never met before, going by the names of Peter Quill, Drax the Destroyer, and Mantis. After finding out that they're on the same side, they then devise a plan to capture and take the gauntlet off of Thanos. They eventually run into him when he comes to their place, because again, Doctor Strangelove has the Time Stone, so they know he's going to come for it. So when he does, they devise a plan. Star-Lord comes up with it. That's Peter Quill. And Peter Quill's tripping because Thanos had earlier did some stuff, and he's really tripping about that fact. And so that's a tie-in that we'll cover later on in here. Eventually, they lose the battle, and everyone is just kind of scattered on this planet in the same area because Thanos puts up a hell of a fight, throws an entire moon. He almost threw the entire moon. This is what I would imagine a Dragon Ball Z type shit, because when he was like this, I was thinking Frieza the entire time, Lord Frieza. Like like the camera's here, like you, and Thanos is like this, and you see the moon behind him, and he's just like, bow! And he's just like, bow! And like, I was just like, please don't tell me the whole moon is coming down. You know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine being Tony Stark and just laying there, and niggas like, damn, is that a fucking moon?
That's a fucking moon.
I don't have to hit my ass.
That's a fucking moon.
But his armor
sustained
that. He must got the shit from Wakanda, the vibranium.
Yeah. That's why it didn't work. So they are unsuccessful at their plan, and they are left defeated, and that's the end of their story. We'll come back to when we get to spoilers. Number 3 out of 5. The third movie is Thanos. The Thanos movie.
This movie should not have even been called Avengers. They should have just called that shit Thanos Part 1.
Now, Thanos' story takes place ravaging Thor's ship.
Fucking niggas up.
After he ravages his ship, that is the second stone he's acquired. We're assuming that because at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1, they left the stone that they had saved and put it on the Nova Core. So when he gets to Thor's spot, he's already got the one that he got from the Nova Core, so we're assuming he got that. Now, he's got his children, Thanos has these kids that aren't his real kids, but
and Michael Jackson too.
He takes from different planets and just
picks the best one, the one that he likes.
And he does that. Now Thanos, as they show, isn't really like a mad titan like you may have seen from the other publications from Marvel. He's more of a person with sensibility.
I have a purpose. I'm doing this because I think this is out of balance, and I want to do it to make things right.
I didn't like that, by the way. I didn't like they humanize him. Don't humanize him. Make him a monster, and not a blind one, to where it's like, oh, here we go again with another Marvel bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like what Marvel did with Jessica Jones, with Kilgrave, because Kilgrave is probably the best villain out of all the entirety of Marvel. But let's get back to Thanos. So Thanos, his movie is, he takes the first stone from the Nova, which we don't see. He takes the second stone from Thor. Then he goes to the Collector, which is on a planet called Nowhere, and he takes that place. Takes that one there. That's the third one. The fourth one leads him to, after an encounter with Gamora on Nowhere, he then acquires the information from her as to where the fourth stone is, which is the Soul Gem. There is a spoiler that he meets on that planet, and it is there that he is met with a very strong, very difficult decision that he has to make. And
it wasn't that difficult though.
It was difficult because he was crying like a little bitch.
But he knew I was
crying like a little bitch.
He knew I was going to have to do it.
My Thanos doesn't cry, man. My Thanos doesn't cry, man.
He knew he was going to have to do it.
The only time Thanos cry is he don't cry. So then
that nigga cried today.
1, 2, 3. So that was the fourth stone. The fifth out of 6 stones comes from his next journey, which takes him to Titan, his home planet, where he is confronted by storyline number 2 and 5, which haven't got to 5, but number 2 is Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, and Peter Parker. So once he gets to Titan, he meets up with them, has a very, very tight battle with them that's like just amazing. Not amazing. Definitely wasn't amazing. It wasn't amazing, but it was fun. It was fun, I guess. But it wasn't amazing.
I'd say it was necessary.
This nigga Doctor Strange turned into Piccolo and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he defeats them, and again, this is his story. This is the story of Thanos. Out of all these other stories, we're talking about specifically the third movie going on in this movie. It's
so
the
do
Thanos
you want to
movie.
get into the origin about why he's doing what he's doing, or is that giving away too much?
No, you can do that. We have a
even
cutscene
with his planet, even going back to his home planet.
Yeah, that's cool.
At the very beginning, because he thought that shit was fucked up on his planet, so that is why he felt like the universe needed balance. I need to wipe out half the universe so we can restore the balance. That way everything will be okay.
That's a weak ass fucking plot.
Yeah.
That's weak as fuck. Your character's motivation is half these people died. They didn't listen to me. Yeah. So I have to kill everybody.
Lazy writing on that part.
Are you intellectual or are you fucking dumb? You have a fucking here's a good question. You have all these goblins. You have the reality stone, right? You got all these stones. Why don't you just make it to where everyone can eat? Why don't you make it to where people aren't hungry and people aren't, wouldn't that be easier than just killing half the people? If you can literally do anything with the snap of your fingers?
We had no movie. That's too much like right. We had no movie, bro.
Fair enough. So he makes his fifth stone, the time stone from Doctor Strange, after nearly killing a few people on his home planet of Titan. Titan is his home planet, which he uses the reality stone to show them this is what it used to look like. It used to be great and amazing, but we got too full of people, and there was too many mouths to feed, and we were on the verge of collapse. I don't understand this. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? If you're Thanos and you have a whole race of people as strong as you are, or as nearly, couldn't you just get a second planet? Couldn't you just, what I'm saying?
Or you could have had a better storyline if you would have said, you know what? I don't want nobody stronger than me around this motherfucker. Yeah. I want to be the strongest. There's no point in having a whole planet of motherfuckers that is strong as me.
Now here's where Man of Steel, what's our boy's name?
Zod.
Zod had a better storyline with that, because even though I hated that intro part, I would rather have had, instead of starting this movie off with Thor and Hulk going against him, show me the scene of him on his home planet and how he was like, I have one idea. Maybe if we just kill everyone, which that is pretty fucking stupid. Thanos, you have your hand up. What do you have?
Let's wipe out half the
let's
niggas
have
on
out half the niggas on the planet.
No. Next guy. What?
I'm gonna kill everyone.
Yeah.
That's Thanos' story. But I would have loved it if they would have started off with no, didn't read it. I would have loved it if they would have started off with there, because then we would have felt a more of attachment to his character. Either way, he's got 5 stones. The 6th one is still on Earth. So after he goes to all those different locations, he starts off at the Nova Corps, which we don't see. He goes to Thor's ship. Then he goes to nowhere. Then he goes to get the Soul Gem from a spot where there's a secret spoiler there. And then he gets the 5th one on his home planet of Titan, because that's where Tony and Spider-Man and all of them are headed. Now he's got 5. The end of his story is he goes to Earth, and pretty much without any
fucking niggas up.
He did nothing. What can
So
they
like,
stop
I'm thinking
him?
like, was the gauntlet? Did the gauntlet let him know what a stone was?
There's no explanation.
How did?
No explanation.
How did he
for that.
figure out what the stones were?
Because
Did
Marvel.
the nigga sent him a text.
Because Marvel. And he gets there, he collects a stone. His story is complete. He has all 6 of them. There is a moment where, from the first storyline, Thor gets the upper hand and throws his new weapon, the Stormbreaker.
The Groot hammer.
Throws it straight into his chest. And had he been a few inches higher and got his neck, he probably could have killed Thanos. But he did not. And Thanos then snaps his finger, as they alluded to earlier on. I think Gamora said it a couple times. With a snap of finger, he could kill half the, so that's what he does. As he's about to die, boop, snaps his fingers, and he is saved. We'll go on to what happens after that. Vision and Wanda, that's the 4th movie going on here.
The main movie to me, in my opinion. The movie felt like it was about them. It kind of reminded me of that movie that Will Smith and Margot Robbie did together. What the fuck is that?
They did like 2 or 3 of them together.
Yeah, not Suicide Squad, but it was the one. Focus, yeah. It kind of reminded me of that a little bit, because it was just like the whole movie was about getting the Soul Stone or the Mind Gem. It's almost like Thanos knew, okay, I know where these are. It shouldn't be that hard to get, but I know I gotta go through these niggas to get the Mind Stone.
No,
but I just felt like it was, because it started out, well, okay, the first part of the movie had the whole thing with him on the ship. Then the second part was the New York thing. Then the third part, and I felt like was the most emphasized part, Vision has the struggle of, yeah, I want to be with her, and I'm trying to be humanized and all that kind of stuff, but I got this thing in my head, I know I gotta do it, whatever. So then he's trying to figure out, why does this thing keep going off? So they go and they try to fight. They go and they're trying to go off and do their thing. They're walking through wherever they're walking through, and that's when the niggas show up. The children show up.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was almost a chase. Yes, he was trying to get all of them, but I figured because them 2 are Avengers and he had the whole Mind Stone in his head, they made it more about them. And is she gonna kill him? Is she not? Are we going too deep into spoilers?
No, not yet. Let's cover their entire story again. Let's avoid anything else but what happened with Vision and Wanda.
Okay.
So their movie is, we're in someplace in Europe.
Right.
Okay. Again, totally out the blue. Wanda and Vision are a couple now.
Yeah.
But they alluded to it in Civil War. No, stop it.
He just cooked her some paprika.
Goddamn.
Some sauce, nigga.
Yeah, that's it. Come on. And really, he was trying to be overbearing on her, and that's a bad tactic when you're trying to look for you know what I'm saying? But anyways.
And then she had no problem
no
squashing
problem.
that nigga when it was time, bringing him underground and shit.
Yeah, so basically, it starts off with them in a hotel room. Apparently, they just fucked. He's in human form, and he's got human skin. Again, if you don't...
He chose a white guy.
Yeah,
out of all the skins he chose, he made sure to choose a white.
That's a very interesting point there. He could have been anything.
He could have been Sam Wilson.
Could have been Wesley Snipes.
Yep.
Could have brought Blade in here. So then, from there, it's established that they want to have some kind of relationship, even though they have strict guidelines from some of the other members of the Avengers,
yeah.
namely Tony Stark and now Chris Evans, Captain America. So on the way to just go and get a bite to eat or something like that because they have a train to get to tomorrow, he stops her and says, Wanda, maybe we shouldn't get on this train. Maybe we should have our love story. It works between us. Maybe we should do something. So then off of that love story, they find out that, hey, something's happening in New York and our friends.
So that TV go off. Oh, gotta go.
Yeah, and then that TV goes off, and then they're like, "Oh fuck!" So then they're like, "Okay, we gotta go." He's like, "What do we do?" And then he's stabbed through the chest by I believe Corvus Clay, one of the children of Thanos. Two of them come because
Like you say, Brodus Clay.
Brodus Clay.
Somebody call my mama.
One of them is a woman. She fights Scarlet Witch. One of them is Corvus Clay.
No
fights
name.
Right. Token woman. Yeah, token blue bitch. Then they have a fight, and then this segues into us introducing us to new characters that if you're just watching this for the first time, you don't know. We're introduced to a man named Captain America.
But he goes by No Man now. Because he's a man with no home.
Did they?
They didn't call him that. They didn't call him that, but the star was gone, ladies and gentlemen.
So basically, the children. Gone. These two. Okay, let's not call them the children of Thanos, but that's who they were. These two random people. Because the only thing that Wanda and Vision know about at this point is that something happened on TV and something's happening in New York. They went off the radar. They went off the grid so that they could have a moment to go in that hotel and fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's been like a couple weeks or some shit like that. So all they know is that
this nigga build a dick on.
That was black. And so he puts the so all they know is that these two random motherfuckers just came out of nowhere and start stabbing niggas and shit.
Yeah.
So then they get into a fight. They're getting overwhelmed because they're caught off guard. They're in love mode. They get into a subway, and then Captain America, Sam Wilson, and Black Widow show up, and they kick ass. I'm talking about that's almost a stand up and clap moment when Nomad when Captain shows up. So then
and Falcon.
That's a sit down moment. When you sit down, you sit back down. So then the two bad guys, the random ones, because we don't know who they are, they get beamed back up to the spaceship and they got to figure out their plan. Now, Vision and Wanda, they link up with Captain America and them, and they gotta say, fuck, who are these guys? We don't know. Because again, these are the storylines. We're not in communication, so they have their own movie. So now it's Captain America, Nightwing, whatever his name is.
That's crazy, because Iron Man and Cap were never in the same scene at all throughout the whole movie. These niggas was here. These niggas was here.
Right.
These niggas was here. Yeah, that's crazy.
So Vision and Wanda's plight is that they want to be together. They don't know about this new threat and what's happening here, but they need to try to do something. What happened in the first storyline, which is Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first half of them, is that at that first scene when Thor got fucked up and shit like that, the black dude Idris Elba, the guy who had the eyes who could see shit in the Thor movies, he got killed, but not before using the Bifrost to send Hulk to Earth, which goes into storyline 2, which is Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, and Peter Parker, and Hulk showed up there.
Why did he send Hulk? Out of all people.
Because he saw that he was powerful.
But my thing, I guess, but wouldn't logic say, well, let this nigga get up and try to keep fighting? Or will Hulk have ultimately died, even though Hulk can heal himself?
That's a very good point. That is a very good point. Why the fuck did he send Hulk? Hulk can breathe in space.
Yeah.
Well,
at least
they
for
never
6
really
hours.
said.
Well,
Yeah, they never
according to
said
the comic book.
Right, they never said anything in the movies. So, anyways, Vision and Wanda, their storyline, and you would say we mean like Captain America's storyline. No. No.
He just let
Captain America is literally just an assist character. He has no plight. He has no story arc. He is nothing. In fact, none of the 3 people I've mentioned, Black Widow, Nighthawk, and fucking Captain America, none of these niggas, because he's black and he has hot wings, Nighthawk. So he fucking, none of these niggas have storylines. So Wanda and Vision link up, and the reason why they go to America is because A, the stuff on the TV, and B, Tony Stark had that phone that at the end of Civil War, he said, if you ever need me, this is Captain America talking, call me.
But Tony didn't call him.
But Tony dropped the phone somehow.
Man, said,
that's a whole
that
nother
man.
plot hole.
Said, fuck that
that's
man.
a whole nother plot hole. Tony Stank was fighting, and somehow he dropped the phone.
Said,
watch the movie and tell me where he had an opportunity to drop a phone. And secondly,
it wasn't a part of the nanotech. He couldn't go into his suit somehow and dropped it.
And secondly, how the fuck did Bruce Banner find the goddamn phone? You know how much rubble was all around the place and stuff like that?
Exact spot.
A lot of plot holes going on there.
Spot.
Right? A lot of plot holes. So that's why they're going to America. A, because they're already in Europe and shit. A, because of the TV, and B, because Captain America got that phone call.
Right.
So then Scarlet Witch, Nighthawk, Captain America, Vision, and Wanda go to America to the Avengers spot, which they're criminals of war. So how did you even get into American airspace without, you know what I'm saying?
That invisible technology they got on the plane.
Apparently.
Shield.
So they go, and why would you go to the only spot
where they know you're
gonna go?
Unless that's under invisibility cloak too, but whatever.
It's not. We all saw it. We saw, like, Ant-Man knew where the bitch was.
Yeah.
Ant-Man showed up.
Yeah.
Not in this movie, but in the Ant-Man movie. So anyways, they stupidly enough show up there, and that's where they run into War Machine. There's a whole thing there. Who cares?
And they can walk again.
Right, the nigga can walk again. Which this is a fake movie when they give a nigga a chance to walk again.
But did you notice the nigga was the first one to die in the film?
In this movie?
Yeah.
Technically. See, when they were scanning through that whole thing, he stabbed somebody.
Dead.
No, not even that. They stabbed a couple people.
Oh, okay.
So technically he wasn't, but those people were probably black. No, there's no black people on Asgard. He's the only black guy on Asgard.
Right.
Asgard is so racist
Explain
Asgard is so racist that the Asians that are on Asgard literally talk with an Asian American accent. You know what I'm saying? You know Asians talk American, but they talk with an Asian accent? Oh, they're so silly. Oh, it's so crazy.
Right.
Why are you in Asgard talking like that? Shouldn't you have...
He suited up.
You know what I'm saying? So anyways, all plot points aside, so then they finally link up, and then Wanda and Vision have some moments to themselves, and Bruce Banner's there, and he explains to them everything he saw. Thanos trying to get the stones. Thanos being powerful as fuck.
Thanos whooping his ass.
Thanos whooping his ass, and Thanos trying to come to America, to the world, to the Earth, and take the last two stones. One of which is in Vision's head. So now Vision's plot. This is a character. This is a plot point now because this is Vision's movie. Vision and Wanda. So now it went from a love story, and then randomly getting attacked to fuck. I want to be with this woman, but now it seems that this guy's coming after me, and the only way I can fucking stop him is if I have the woman that I love kill me.
My thing is with the Mind Stone from Avengers 2, where did it come from? Was it just randomly chosen to go on Vision's head? Was it just there? Like, where did it come from?
Ultron.
Why the fuck did Ultron have it? If Tony and Bruce created him, he was like, I have this thing in my head. I don't know why it's here.
I know why. And we're gonna go into this when we go to that right there.
Okay.
But Loki's staff, the thing inside of it, Ultron opened it up, and the stone was inside of that.
So Loki know? Because that's the case. Oh, he didn't know. Okay.
We assume. So then after, I don't know, was a lot going on. Master Talk! Didn't Loki die before he? Nope, he didn't. He died after. I don't remember. So then after they get to that collective group, Vision and Wanda have to figure out the situation, and Wanda's, she says, no, I will not kill you. That's not happening. So then they all ship up, go together, and they say, well, how can we get this stone out of my head? Bruce, you put it in me. Can't you get it out? And he's like, I don't have Tony here. And then here comes Captain America to prove why he's worth something.
I know a guy. Yeah.
Which leads us into fucking Wakanda, or as we, basically, I don't even know what to call it. Place where black people die. Black killing arena. they go to Wakanda because Black Panther's sister is the smartest person in the goddamn universe apparently now, and she can take the thing out of there. So she's like, okay, I need as much time as you can give me. Here, I'm getting started. Then boom, out of nowhere, the two people that at the beginning of Vision and Wanda's story who attacked him earlier, they come back. And they're attacking Wakanda, and they have a bunch of infantry goons trying to attack or whatever. Wanda stays by Vision's side, and that leaves all the rest of the Avengers that are there to try to attack and shit like that. Eventually, they get overwhelmed, and Wanda, being the powerful mutant that she is, she eventually comes into the battle, and she wipes out a bunch of those motherfuckers. Little does she know, they were the bad guys were using it as a plot, as a trap. She's out here, go get the stone, because they know Vision's by himself. So then one of the baddies, which how does he get inside of Wakanda if they got that big ass force field? No one could get through the force field. No one could. Explain that, Marvel. How did he get in the fucking place if the fucking thing was closed? So, anyways,
Talking about Cap, right?
No, I'm talking about Corvus Clay.
Oh yeah.
How the fuck did he go to kill? What? How did he get in? Yeah. So he's inside somehow.
Work on the space technology.
I guess. So he gets in there. Vision leaps up, fights him. They have a fight to the death. Vision is wounded almost fatally. Wanda comes over to help him, and just as she's coming to help him, Thanos comes in. Again, we've already gone over Thanos' story. This is number 3. And he's on Earth now. He's already acquired the other 5 stones. He's coming to kill him, and the other Avengers try to stop him from getting the Vision, but he just like, move, get out of the way. You don't exist. Yeah. Turn you into bubbles. You know, he's just going, nothing matters. He's going straight to Vision. Wanda then digs down deep, makes the sacrifice, and after so much crying
killing her
motherfucking nigga, she goes up there and she decides to make that ultimate sacrifice.
Which took a long time.
Yep.
That shit took a long time.
And she kills her man Vision. And this has
I don't feel pain, I just feel you.
Yeah, right.
Killing me.
Yeah, killing me. and that's painful, so technically. And that's the end of their story. That she overcomes her thing that she was scared of. And she kills him. And that's the end of that story.
Yeah.
The last story in the last
Guardians
movie,
of the Galaxy, the second half.
Yes, the second half. This story was the Guardians were by themselves at first, and Thor meets up with them. After Thor meets up with them, telling them about the threat of Thanos, Groot and Rocket Raccoon, or Rabbit, goes with Thor, leaving Gamora, Drax, Peter Quill, which is Star-Lord, and Mantis. They say, well, we know that one of the stones is on a planet called Nowhere, and they feel a deep sense of responsibility, at least Gamora does, because Gamora was one of the original children of Thanos. Like the new ones that are attacking the everyone right now, she used to be one of those. So she feels, whatever. So they go to Nowhere to try to intercept before Thanos can get there. Mm-hmm. They get there. There's a pretty sweet psychological scene that happens. A lot of comedy, not a lot, but a couple comedic scenes where Star-Lord is trying to become this leader, but they don't pay attention to Star-Lord, you know what I'm saying?
I don't like that nigga anyway.
So they have a confrontation with Thanos. Thanos then proves that he was using the stone that he already acquired. He's already been on Nowhere. He's already got the stone. He was fucking with y'all.
Just asked how did he know to go to Wakanda. That's the same thing we said. How did he know where the stones were?
Yeah, they never established
how did he know
how he knew where the stones were.
Could he sense the stones on some Dragon Ball Z shit? Did he have a stone radar?
Right.
Oma built that for him. How did he know? How did he know to go to any of the places? Maybe he knew about the other stones at the other places, just talking shit throughout time and space. But how did he know to go to Wakanda to go? How did he know? Yeah, I mean, they all explain that because, sure, he's got spies. So someone told him that the Nova Corps had the thing. Cool. That's just the Power Stone. That makes you more powerful. How did he know that Thor had the other one? Because that was on Thor's planet. How did he know where Vision was? Maybe his other children had reported that.
Maybe
to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But how? He was fighting. Mm-hmm. He was fighting on Titan. So how would they had time to report that to him? They were gone by that
Well,
time.
he already told them after the beginning scene, off the first scene, he told them to go to Earth to get the 2 stones.
Okay.
So off the first scene of the movie, he knew that they were on Earth.
Somewhere on Earth. But how did he know to come exactly to Wakanda? Maybe they sent up a distress signal that he might have picked up.
I mean, that was
he
after,
don't have a ship though.
That was after he had the Soul Stone.
So
and
maybe they all
Stone.
linked with each other and they can tell you what the other one is.
So the Guardians of the Galaxy plot. So they find out about this threat. They're a group, and they're a ragtag group of folks that, have fun listening to 70s music. Then they find out that Thanos is on the loose. So then they go to nowhere. This is where they get separated because Gamora, earlier on, says, you know what? She feels a heavy burden because she knows where the Soul Gem is, and not that many people know where it is. And she took the list and she burnt it up so that no one would ever, not the list, the map, so no one would ever find out. But she's the only one who knows where it is. That makes her very valuable. So she tells Star-Lord, just like Vision tells Wanda. So they just use the same storyline, and that's lazy.
Yeah.
Kill me. If it comes down to it, kill me.
Kill me.
So when they get to nowhere, the situation comes up. It's a very intense scene. I'm not going to say that it was bullshit. It was very well put together. It's very intense. And he has to pull the trigger to kill Gamora. Of course, Thanos has the reality stone, so he turns the laser beam into bubbles, and nothing happens. And he goes, I like you. And he takes Gamora, and then they go. Then Gamora, on her part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, goes with Thanos. And as we already know, she goes with Thanos, and there's spoilers that we'll go over later. The rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy...
So he liked him because he was willing to kill his daughter?
Yeah, because Thanos is heartless. Thanos is heartless. So then the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy get a distress call. Not a distress call, but they get a special call from Nebula. And Nebula is Gamora's sister, and they're both children of Thanos. He's torturing Nebula in order to get Gamora to tell him where the Soul Gem is. After torturing Nebula enough, she gives up the information. So then off of that, for some dumb reason, after they teleport to go get the stone, Thanos' people are putting her back together. And by her, I mean Nebula. Nebula is part human, or not human, but
whatever,
part existent and part machine. Mm-hmm. So he was like separating her machine parts to torture. So when they left, they put her back together, only for her to shock the guy who was putting her back together, the henchman, shock the henchman. Then they send a distress call, or she sends a distress call to the other Guardians of the Galaxy and tells them, meet me on Titan. Titan is the planet that Thanos comes from. That's where all his people died because they from a famine and from lack of from hunger, lack of food and shit like that.
Lack of balance.
Right. So the Guardians of the Galaxy show up there, but we don't know because of the trickery of the camera, the trickery of the way they shot it. Again, the second storyline was Doctor Strangelove, Tony Stark, and Peter Parker. These motherfuckers are already on Titan. So, or they show up there like, oh, I wonder what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And the Guardians, the guys we're following in this current storyline, they're there. So, they have a fight scene. It was a decent storyline, decent fight scene. They find out they're on the same side. Classic Drax, right? Hello, hey, Terminator, Skynet, I appreciate you not killing us, man. What's happening, bro? Black Zumo, Detroit cunt? I don't know what that means. This is father and son. Yes. Alright, so Peter Quill now joined up with the storyline of Doctor Strangelove, Tony Stark, and Spider-Butt. They all are on the planet Titan, and Peter Quill joins up with them and comes up with an amazing plan to get Thanos. Thanos shows up there, and the plan almost works until Peter Quill asks him, where's Gamora?
Where is she?
Where is she?
Now, they don't know. We didn't explain what happened to her. Are we going to explain that yet? Or no?
Thanos says that she's not here. And Peter Quill doesn't take that too well.
Because he knows.
Yeah.
What happened.
And so Peter Quill ends up, even though he comes up with this amazing plan to get Thanos in this position, he fucks up his own plan because of emotion, which is the same thing that Drax did early in the movie. And I believe that's
spaghetti.
Isn't that the same thing that in Civil War? Wasn't that fucking Tony Stark?
Oh, with when he found out that Captain knew.
Yeah, isn't that the same goddamn? Oh, it's the Russo brothers, so they had to write the same goddamn plot over and over and over. Oh, someone's bad, so they fucked up the plan.
They did direct this movie, didn't they?
Yeah, same fucking story. Same fucking story. If anything, Nemo is a way better fucking villain than Thanos. All my people died, and I had an idea, and they didn't listen to me, so I have to kill everybody. Or these super motherfuckers.
Killing everybody. I just want to kill. I want them niggas to kill themselves.
Yes, these motherfuckers were the cause of my wife and children getting killed, but I'm not stronger than them.
Right.
I have no chance of beating them, so I have to use my superior intellect to get these niggas to fight each other.
Yeah.
And it takes years for me to plan this out, and it's almost damn near foolproof. Mm-hmm. Or I want to kill everybody because I'm purple and I have a gauntlet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it took me a while to realize that about Zemo, because I was just like, okay, I forgot that his wife and child got killed in what in Sokovia? Was it in New York?
I think it was Sokovia.
Sokovia. Yeah, he got killed in Sokovia, and he was just like, okay, how can I get back at them? You're right.
Zemo, Nemo, what the fuck? You were Captain Nemo, Michael Jackson at Epcot Center. You were a way better villain than fucking Thanos.
Yeah.
Killmonger, I hate this nigga, but his shit was better than Thanos. I hate Killmonger.
Shout out to Killmonger, the truth. The truth.
If Killmonger was so goddamn smart, bro.
I knew he was supposed to go on Killmonger.
Killmonger's plan was, I'm gonna kill the white dude, Scar, Teeth, what's his name? Claw?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna kill him and use him as a tribute to take to Wakanda.
Because he wanted to gain.
Okay, but I'm saying.
The borders trust.
So at the beginning of the movie, he was with this nigga Claw, correct?
Right.
So his plan was, oh, I'm gonna help this nigga steal something so that he can do a fucking deal in Korea so that he can get arrested so that I can break him out, only for me to kill him and take him to Wakanda. Why did he have to get arrested? Why didn't you just kill him when you had him? Why did you have to rob the place? You got the white guy. Kill him, Killmonger. Your name starts with kill. Do it. Do the monging later. It don't make no sense. Why would you do the whole... All that was just stupidness. Anyways, so Guardians of the Galaxy, the second half, their stuff is pretty much concluded when Peter Quill fucks it up, and they all get knocked out by Thanos using the Power Stone and or the Reality Stone, and Spider-Man has to come and save them, and that is the end of that story. That is all 5 storylines. The first one, Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy, success. The second one, Doctor Strangelove, Tony Stark, and Peter Porker, failure. Thanos, success. Vision and Wanda,
major
success.
Well, no, because what happens at the end?
She killed him.
Yeah,
that was the plan. Success. Guardians of the Galaxy, the second half, failure. So out of 5 storylines, 3 of them were successful, 2 of them failed. Okay.
What about when he rewinded time? Because all that killing was for nothing.
I'm saying they did what they were supposed to do.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy, their plot was get to that fucking place and get a new hammer and restart the star. Doctor Stank. Tony Stark, Doctor Strangelove, and Peter Porker, theirs was save Doctor Strangelove and then get to Titan to bring the fight to Titan. Thanos' story was get the stones so I can destroy half of the goddamn universe. Vision and Wanda, their stuff was we want to stay together and make a relationship, but I need you to kill me. And the final one was Guardians of the Galaxy, the second half of the group, which theirs was go to nowhere and try to stop Thanos, and then go to Titan to try to stop Thanos. Now, let's talk a little bit about the villains, okay? We talked about Thanos, but we're under the idea, I think Thanos is looked at as like a good guy here. He's clearly the villain, but he sees himself as a good guy. So, villains, Squidward.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, he was okay.
He was a child of Thanos.
Funny.
There's 4 of them.
He was kind of funny.
I liked him. His voice, I can't remember what he said. Did I peel it off your flesh?
Yeah, I'll peel it off your dead corpse.
That shit, his accent was dope.
Yeah.
And they wasted the character.
Yeah.
The most interesting villain. The Got it. All right. The most interesting by far, this nigga right here, Squidward. Okay. The deaf guy. I think his name is Corvus Clay or some shit like that.
Okay.
He's the one that stabbed Vision through the chest twice.
Right.
And then ironically met his end in the same fashion. Twice.
So who's the nigga that lost their arm when that's not his name. But when Doctor Strange loved his Asian cohort that did that.
Liked him. The big guy who was on the Sons of Thanos.
Yeah, he lost his arm. Was that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's
guy?
big dumb nigga. Terry Crews. So deaf guy had the scythe, super dope. Squidward was the best character. He was the best. Why? In the first 20 minutes. Mind you, one of the only ones who had dialogue. Okay, so let's keep it moving. Token blue chick.
No purpose. Well,
no purpose.
Yeah. They just needed
woman equality. We need a woman bad guy.
Yeah.
She served no purpose other than to take lines away from the guy from Squidward who died earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember her name?
Nope.
Does anyone remember her fucking name? It doesn't matter.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? I struggle remembering Scarlet or Black Widow's name because she was so fucking pointless in this movie. But I was saying earlier, the chick from Superman, from the Man of Steel.
God.
Do you remember her name?
Zod's bitch.
Zod's bitch. Do you know her name?
No.
Zod's bitch. I hope that in the titles, if I look back at it, it just says Zod's bitch. DJ Tools, get it together. Keep it together, man. Come on, man. You're tripping. God damn it. Okay. So, token chick. Just have a token chick. Big Dumb. Big Dumb.
Which one was that?
The Big Dumb. The bad guy? Forgettable. In the first fight scene, he was the one who got his hand cut off.
That's who I was talking about earlier.
Yes.
The Big Dumb. Okay, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Okay.
Terry Crews comes in there. He's got no lines. He serves no purpose than to just be
Christ.
Right. He should have started ticking in that bitch. Oh, if he would have been ticking, bro, I would have died. Bro. If he was like, you know what I'm saying, he's doing a home shake, you know, I'm doing all that shit.
See, they could have took 3 of them characters out.
Yes.
Resurrected my nigga Killmonger.
Oh my god.
Had that nigga work for Thanos. And be like, I'll free all the niggas. Just help me. Just help me get the Infinity Stone.
Did I see Den of Thieves? Do I look like a nigga to you?
With Curtis 50 Cent.
Alright, Squidward, Death Guy, Token Blue Chick, Big Dumb. I guess we can throw in the government because in the Vision Wanda storyline.
No, that wasn't Ross. That was I forgot his name.
Yeah, it was Ross.
I thought Ross was the guy who
or maybe not.
Who saved him in Black Panther, the white guy.
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. I thought Ross was a bad guy though. Yeah, where the fuck was Ross? Anyways,
chilling.
So, in the storyline 4 that we listed off earlier, Vision and Wanda, their storyline intersected with War Machine, and when they meet up with War Machine, the government is there saying, arrest all these people, and he's like, yeah, I'm right on it, and then he's, you know what I'm saying, so the government's kind of trying to stop things from happening, kind of.
All this shit is going on, but maybe what I was thinking was, they don't know, but they do know, because it happened in New York, so they have to know what's going on. A bunch of niggas from outer space just came and fucked shit up, and they had that big ass fight with Iron Man and Doctor Strange in the middle of the street.
Oh, but let's keep Ant-Man still locked up though.
Yeah.
Let's keep him locked up. Let's keep everything still going.
And Hawkeye.
Yeah, let's get them locked up.
Yeah, because they dealing with the FBI and shit.
And
the
then,
FBI ain't got shit to do but investigate Ant-Man at this time because you know.
So government as a you know, so Squidward, yep, Death Guy. I mean, yes, because he was cool, but kind of mid-level, mid-guard. Token Blue Chick, dumb, Big Dumb, government, and then the last one is the infantry. The guys, remember the Chitauri from Avengers Part 1? The putties.
Yep.
I mean, some kids might like it. They look like they have like big, ferocious teeth.
They're killing themselves.
And right, they got like 4 arms. They don't look like Goro, but like they look like that one Pokemon that is like a strong Pokemon, and then he's like, I don't know, he evolves into something bigger. So villains is a resounding. Out of all of them, 2 of them were like decent.
Right.
And really, it's only 1.5 because the death guy, Corvus Clay, he should have had the line. He should have had more. You gave everything to Squidward, and then you kill him in the first 20 minutes. Let's get to our heroes over here, man. And then after we get to our heroes, then we'll go into spoilers.
Okay.
And questions that aren't answered. So out of, I think we got 26 different characters in the heroes. In the hero section.
God. That is a lot of characters.
We deciphered that some of them actually had story arcs, and that the rest of them were filler that either did press the button, did something stupid to push the story forward, but were just drones that could be interchangeable with anybody in the Marvel universe, Marvel DC universe. First of all, story. Thor. Thor had a story. Thor had a plot. His family was gone. Everyone in his family is gone. His people are gone, and he's the only one left out of his whole race. Hell, he might as well turn to Thanos. Right. By that logic, I had an idea, and they all said no. So I guess I should kill everybody. But Thor had a story. Groot was a teenage punk, little bullshit bitch kid. And by the end of it, when they put that fucking axe together, he had to sacrifice and use his own arm in order to make the fucking handle for this brand new axe, the Stormbreaker. And his character arc is that he goes from not giving a shit about anything, even cussing in Groot language, but cussing at them, and not giving a fuck about shit. He wouldn't let go of that video game, his entire plot, his entire arc. And then when it was time to do something, he stood up and did some shit. Doctor Strange. This was a tough one because Doctor Strange really kind of didn't have a plot. He is the guardian of the Time Stone. And he says that he'll put no one, not a single human life, above protecting the stone. This is my job, it's my plight as a character, as a person in life, is to protect this.
Mind you, 6 months ago, he didn't even know that bitch existed.
No, he was with them niggas for like some years, wasn't he?
Well, I don't know. Depends.
Maybe it was 6 months. I don't know. Yeah, but either way, he at some point when Thanos is about to kill Tony Stark, he makes a sacrifice and says, "Look, I'll give you the fucking stone, you goddamn purple grimace-looking motherfucker.
Right.
Just don't kill Tony." And so maybe that's
14 million visions or whatever he had.
Maybe that's a character arc. Maybe that's an arc. Okay. Thanos. Clearly, we already went over that. Thanos has got it. Gamora as a character arc. I think she feels responsible because she used to be one of his kids, and her character arc is that she knows where the stone is, and she wants to see it through. That Thanos just never gets it. Even though her feelings for Nebula cause her to tell him where the goddamn stone is. Right. And really without that, this whole thing couldn't happen. Fuck Doctor Strangelove. Fuck everything else.
Disrespect.
Black Panther's a gay... Yeah.
Disrespect.
How's that disrespect?
He's not a gay superhero. It's disrespect.
Black Panther is a movie... Black Panther is a movie about a black person who wears skin-tight cat outfit and scratches people to kill them. If you've seen Halle Berry and Catwoman, you've seen Black Panther, okay? So that's my opinion. No. You know what I'm saying? Does he not wear a skin-tight cat outfit? Yes or no? No. Yes or no?
Everybody wears a skin-tight outfit.
No, they don't. Captain America's not skin tight. Winter Soldier is not tight.
Spider-Man's is tight.
Yeah, he's a 15-year-old kid.
Oh, come on,
and he's
man.
White.
It's several versions.
He's white.
It's several versions
he
of this
is
nigga.
White.
It's several versions of this nigga not wearing a skin tight outfit.
Well, there's only one version of Black Panther, and he wears a tight-ass cat outfit every time. He don't got no big Hulk bolster outfit. He don't got no fucking armor. He got a skin-tight outfit, and it's made out of polyamorous.
Superman got the same outfit, pretty much. Batman got the same outfit, man. Come on, man.
And both them niggas is some hoe-ass niggas, bro. What is you saying? Okay, so Gamora is kind of iffy on whether she had a story, whether it was a plot. Vision. We already talked about that. He wants to be in love. He wants to do that, but he has the weight of the world literally on his forehead because he he wants to get out and then flip it. Same thing for Wanda. She wants to be with him, but she knows she's the only one who can kill kill him, and it's weight on both of them.
Did Wanda disappear?
We'll get to there. Peter Quill, Star-Lord. It's kind of a weak plot too, but I felt like after really analyzing it, I felt like yes.
Yeah, I hate Superman.
Well, I got nothing. Yep. Stephen Law. Peter Quill's thing is that he wants to be the leader that he knows he can be, because these guys, they don't look to him like he's the leader. You know what I'm saying? So his plight as a character throughout this movie is that, and they show this several times, every time he comes up with a plan, they walk by and no one really trusts, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that the last thing to get Thanos was his idea, it worked, and it went without a hitch, that is a character arc in a small, light way to where he becomes the leader that he needed to be. We've only got 2 more characters out of 27 that have character arcs. There's 2 more. Drax. This is, again, really stretch. This is really a stretch here. But basically, Thanos killed his family, so he has to learn to not be a hothead and be a part of the group so that he can help when it comes to the overall killing.
Want him to sleep.
Yeah.
He was about to go try to run up.
He was about to run up on Thanos, and she had to touch this nigga, Michael Jordan, and then he just passed out. Yeah. Why does Thor have short hair now? Shake my head. Gods cut their hair. I don't believe the whole God thing, because them niggas got killed, man.
Yeah.
So what is a God? What is a God to a nigga that can kill a God?
I think that they explained that, like, you call us gods, but no, they're just advanced niggas.
So, I mean, clearly they got Asian niggas that speak broken English in Asgard. Oh, that's good. Yes, yeah. Would you like some
Asgardian Wakanda?
Sweet and sour pork, please. Some General Tao pork.
We gotta get an African Asgardian.
They do. And they killed that nigga in the first 5 minutes of this movie.
This nigga over here.
This nigga over here.
This nigga come up with the Thanos. Get this bitch nigga.
The bitch nigga. And then so Drax, his flaily ass storyline is that he just has to put his anger, which he easily does, with not even anything happen to him. Like he sees an image of his daughter going, "No, Dad, please don't." Nothing like that.
Guardians,
nothing like that.
I hate Guardians 1 and 2.
I fuck with Guardians.
I don't like Guardians at all, especially Peter Quill.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Never liked Iron Man with all that extra bullshit, so they fucked up. Yeah. Last one is Loki. Loki, I felt, even though Loki is his only scene is in the beginning 5 minutes of this movie, and that's kind of a bullshit way to have a character arc, but I feel like he went from not caring or like he... We're not like, if we were talking about the other films, then yes, of course, this character has arcs. But we're talking about this as a self-contained movie. So I'm not taking stuff from other movies. But Loki, in the confines of this movie, in the confines of the first scene, gives a fuck. He genuinely gives a fuck, and that's something that he hasn't done. And in the first scene, in this first couple minutes of it, he doesn't give a fuck, and then as the scene progresses, he does give a fuck. So, and only after some traumatic stuff happens. So that's kind of a character arc.
We can't give it away yet.
Nope. Okay. So we got that. Now, let's go to the filler motherfuckers. Who, you see how much of a stretch I tried to make for some of these guys to have what you call it? I just said Iron Man a snitch. I never can forget, and that's hard to like. He's a snitch. Never seen Doctor Strange. You should see it, because the visuals were, I'm not gonna say like ahead of its time, but like I don't think we've quite seen anything like the visuals in there. Don't go in there expecting like to have your mind
similar to Matrix a little bit.
That was like more like slow down effects. This was more like when she like pushed this nigga into the astral plane. That was some wild shit. Wow. And it's the first movie to introduce the mystic arts to the MCU. So I feel like for that, if you're if you're a fan of the MCU and stuff like that, like really, Loki. It was the first introduction to Mystic Arts, I would say, but like, anyways. So filler characters. These are all the characters that they threw in here from the MCU that had absolutely no point to be here. Maybe they pressed a button, maybe they caught somebody and stopped them from dying, but for the most part, no character arc. They're there to say hi, and then hey, your 5-year-old kid is gonna fucking nut in his pants when he fucking sees that this Tony Stark.
No.
No character arc.
No. He was just there.
He was just there. No reason. Rocket Raccoon. No. Again.
Maybe they put him there because he might be low key tired of Quill.
They should have made that a plot point. They should have made that a plot. Perfect. That would have been a perfect plot point. But no. So Tony Stark, Rocket Raccoon. No. Here's another big dagger. Black Panther.
Now, as much as I like Black Panther, I know it was absolutely no purpose. They could have did that ending scene anywhere else.
Yeah, they didn't. There was no point. I mean, like, he was there so that niggas could get killed. So thank you, so that we could see niggas get killed. Black Panther's sister.
I mean, I get it, but I feel like had they been successful with what she was doing, then she would have served a purpose. But
she served a purpose to move the plot, to move the marker forward a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get a first down, but you got us 1 yard on the play. You know what I'm saying? That's it, but nothing. Black Panther guard. No, that's not him.
Okoye.
Yeah, the bitch from The Walking Dead.
Okoye.
Served no purpose. She was there just to be bald and ugly. Nebula. She was getting tortured on Thanos' ship. Mm-hmm. He alluded to the fact that she snuck onto his ship, obviously after the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, to assassinate him, and she failed, and that's why she was getting tortured. She called the second half of the Guardians, again, Guardians of the Galaxy, the second half is plot number 5, in movie number 5 in this movie, and she called them and told them to go to planet Titan. So she helped move the plot along, but it was a flimsy plot that she was just used as a tool to make things make sense that don't make sense, and they still don't make sense. So no. Captain America. Nope. You have no.
Shit.
You have.
He was cool in the fight scenes at the end, but like it was really no purpose for him being there.
There was no reason for him to be there, at all. Rhodey.
Terrence Howard? Nah.
Yeah, Terrence Howard came back for this one. He finally was like, you know what, y'all making money. Let me just
fuck it.
Let me just come back in. Empire about to fall off. I ain't seen none of that.
What up, Iron Man?
Look here, Thanos, man.
Yeah.
I know you ain't fucked in a long way, man. Let me get a couple of these hoes over here. So yeah, Rhodey was pointless. Falcon.
Oh God, definitely pointless. Probably. I wish they would kill him off. I wish they would kill him.
I hope they make him Captain America.
No. Good God, no. God, can you imagine the Captain America 5 starring that nigga?
Yeah.
Jesus, fuck.
Slipping on a banana peel. Whoa!
That was awkward.
Yeah. Black Widow.
Nope.
No story.
And I heard she's getting a solo film. Why?
No, I heard that.
Why?
They're trying to take a couple of the women.
Oh no.
Some of the women superheroes and put them together. Yeah.
Destiny's Child of Marvel.
Hey guys, I got new gray hair. Anyone gonna say anything?
Yeah.
No. Oh. Yeah. Well, it's gray now. It's shorter.
Yeah.
I'll be here if you guys want to ask me about my new hair.
And then again, those Chitauri or whatever the fuck they were must be weak as fuck to be getting their ass kicked by some regular ass humans, like Black Widow, like the Black Panther people. They just regular humans. It's not like the Black Panther people and the soldiers took the herb or anything like that. They was just regular niggas fighting.
Speaking of herbs.
Yeah, perfect time.
Okay, so Black Widow. What's the feeling bug? Mantis.
Yeah.
No story.
No.
Worse than no story. Like, she moved a couple jokes, Cause she was the main player in a couple jokes.
Ass and kick names.
Yep. I was like, oh, you gonna take some ass, huh, baby? Mm-hmm. Take this dick.
Yeah.
Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare,
AKA White Wolf.
AKA,
which I'm calling, he will get the White Wolf suit in the next movie. Watch.
AKA, we're not explaining why this nigga is not in the Frozen thing that they left him in Captain America: Civil War. Because when we left off, he was in the Frozen thing, wasn't he?
Yeah, but at the end of Black Panther, they show him out of it.
Yeah. Why? How? Why?
They have finished deactivating him. They said
why? What's his character arc? Because at the end of Civil War, he's like, you know what? I've killed so many people. People are always gonna use me as a tool. Just put me back to sleep. Just let me sleep.
Well, they were putting him back to sleep until they could fix him.
Fix what? Fix what?
They want to fix him all the way. Cause remember at the end of Black Panther, he was like, "Thank you for fixing me."
No. Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, he said, "Thank you for fixing me," because he was still under the mind control. That was
all right, fair enough. Okay, well then they should explore that in here and said, you know, again, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's a stretch that have character arcs, and those are stretches. Some of these character arcs are like one sentence made them have a character arc. One sentence. So you couldn't give Captain America like a sentence that made him have a character arc as opposed to, well, I was in the other movies, so that's why I'm here. Yeah, that's literally why he's there. Black Panther, same thing. Tony Stark, same thing. I'm only here because I was in the other movies. I have no character plot. I have no reason to exist in here other than the fact that I'll fill seats.
I think with Tony though, they're just trying to show you a more paranoid / humane side of Tony. He's building a relationship with Spider-Man. He's trying to get back down to Pepper. You can tell the nigga don't really want to be Iron Man no more. Like,
no, he want to be Iron Man. That's why he got that thing on his chest. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Beep, beep, boop, boop.
And that's the core to his power in the suit, right? Because he don't need it, right? He don't need the core to that.
No, look, he says, you know, honey, I got that surgery. I hate that fucking exposition talk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shelton, remember when we were 8 years old and then your mom got raped, but then everything was cool, and then you got that dad, and then your dad took you skating, and then we went skating, we learned how to become world-renowned skaters, and then we went and met that chick in Mexico.
That's how this movie's here.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how this movie's here, right? I'm glad that we had this conversation that we would normally have in a normal situation comedy, in a normal conversation.
Yeah.
And this movie is riddled with those. You know what I'm saying? Hey, remember when you got that surgery and now you're fine? Yeah, I remember. I just want to say that out loud. Exposition, Jesus Christ. You know, they have a fucking, they pan across, there's a bunch of pictures of one dude by himself and a chick by himself, and then another picture of them together, and then another picture of them with a kid, and then another picture of them with the son being sick in the hospital. Like, who would have these pictures? Right. You know what I'm saying? Whack exposition. Okay, we went to Bucky. Wong. Does Wong have a storyline in here?
No. He wanted to get a sandwich.
He wanted to get a sandwich, and that is not a fucking joke.
He wanted to get a goddamn sandwich. Yeah.
Now, if they would have left him there and said, Wong, oh shit's happening, I'll see you later.
Is his name Wong? Please tell me his name is Wong. Please tell me that nigga name is Wong.
I hope this nigga name is Jake.
Adam.
I know the third one was awful, such a drag. Right, I know, right? So let's go. Okay, Bucky, Wong. I call this nigga Alpha. Alpha. Yep. What is his name?
M'Baku, aka Mayonnaise.
Alpha.
Well.
I wish somebody would offer your ass, nigga, because this nigga is whack. Whack. All of this whack. All of this whack. Okay? Whackness. Tony Stark, Rocket Raccoon, Black Panther's sister, Black Panther's personal bodyguard, Nebula, Captain America, Rhodey, Falcon, Black Widow, Mantis, Bucky, Wong, Alpha. What was that, 24 different people? None of which have, or maybe 14, 19 people? None of them have stories. They're just there. You know what I'm saying? Now, all of them do. The story doesn't have to be about them. Just give me a reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm Falcon. What the fuck are you gonna do? Falcon, clip. Your wings are gone. What are you gonna do now?
Shoot.
I got these pistols. Though.
I ain't gonna say it yet.
Okay, here's the two people that we're in the middle. Like, biggest punchline, Devil's Anus. Everyone laughed. I was like, isn't Thor what? Biggest punchline, Devil's Anus, and everyone laughed. I was like, isn't Thor serious? I don't know. I don't remember. Here are the two characters that we weren't quite sure whether they were just like moving the pegs along, or whether they actually had character arcs. And that was Peter Parker and Bruce Banner. Peter Parker gets
there to sell toys.
Gets unofficially knighted as an Avenger
because they could use them.
So that
to use them.
Every 10-year-old could nut in his pants in the movie theater and shit like that. Oh my God, he's an Avenger now. That could be me. That could be me. Oh my God, that could be me.
Just the relationship between him and Tony. They're just trying to.
But nothing. But did it grow? Did their relationship evolve?
I think Tony showed a little bit of care for him when that...
In the first movie, right?
I'm talking about in this one when that thing happened.
More love than the first movie?
Well, no, not more love, but you can see he's starting to care for him more because it seemed like it affected him.
Did he hug that nigga in this movie?
Yeah. Well, he didn't hug him, but like... when
he didn't. He hugged him in the first one.
When he hugged him,
So that's devaluing the relationship.
No,
I got a hug in the first movie. I didn't even get a hug in this one.
When he fell on him, he's like, "You're alright. You're alright."
That is not the same. Does your dad hug you when I fall into him? He grabs me and sets me down.
Are you talking about he hugged him when they were in the limo?
No.
Oh.
At the end of the movie.
Did he hug him? Oh yeah, I think he did hug him. Yeah.
So here's the thing. Spider-Man just moves the chains along. He's there for, and then Bruce Banner.
Oh no.
Bruce Banner doesn't go through a character arc. He learns to be self-sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I put him in the middle. I didn't put him in the filler column, and I didn't put him in the story column. He learns, like, he doesn't learn anything. He doesn't accomplish anything.
He learns how to use the bus.
He fails at everything he does, and then he doesn't learn from the fact that
he could have stayed home.
He could have stayed home. Hey guys, Thanos is coming, but there's a Buffy the Vampire Slayer marathon going, and I want to catch up on Angel, so I gotta, I'm just.
He didn't want to be an Avenger in the first place.
Really didn't.
He easily could have wanted to go home.
And if he wouldn't have come there, that Hulkbuster shit didn't do shit.
No.
Black Widow didn't do shit. War Machine, now when that nigga dropped that shit, I was thinking Tropic Thunder, and that big scene at the beginning when Danny McBride, or whatever the fuck his name is, dropped all that C4 shit.
Big ass titty.
Oh my God. When War Machine dropped that shit, I was like, yeah. So War Machine, yeah, you could have had him there. What did Captain America, what was his purpose? Did Captain America serve a purpose?
No.
Did Captain America serve a purpose?
To sell toys. I was disappointed because I love Hawk.
I think it's because it a two-part and start being part two. God damn, talk!
It's a two-part and start being part two.
This is what I'm saying though. In the Matrix Part 2, Reloaded, did they skip out on any of the action scenes? Did they skip out on any of the storyline, any of the plot development? Did they skip out on any of the characters? No, everyone got these fucking just due, and then they got more just due in the second movie. Mm-hmm. Real talk, The Matrix Reloaded could be its own standalone movie. The Matrix Reloaded is about a dude who finds out that he has to fulfill the prophecy and take this source code to the fucking Machine City so that everybody in his home place of Zion will be safe. Only to find out that when he takes it there, there's an even bigger thing at hand here, and he has to make a choice. One will kill everybody, and one will save people, but everyone he loves will die. He makes that choice, and then has to live with it at the end. Almost identical to the first one. Almost. First one was a lot more confined, closed off in its own thing. Second one definitely left a cliffhanger, but the cliffhanger could have stopped there. They never made a third one. People would have been pissed. They would have been pissed. But it was a fucking movie. Again, I'm not going to argue that it should have stayed by itself. I'm not arguing that point. But it was better than this.
I think if they would have never announced that we're gonna have everybody in this movie, Guardians and all that shit.
Oh, the new shield. Jesus Christ.
Oh, what's the new shield out?
No, the fucking shield that Captain had.
Oh yeah, get that man a shield.
Oh, I got half one over here. He got the other half. He's gonna be so mad at me.
Get this man a shield. But yeah, I just think if Marvel would have been like, we're just gonna deal with the Avengers that we have now and not throw. But I guess they kind of had to if they were gonna deal with it.
Doesn't that negate the entire importance of the fucking shield that he had? If this nigga had a shield for 5-6 movies. This shit was dope as fuck. Cold-blooded shield. Nobody in the world got one. But these niggas just got them laying around like trinkets and toys.
Vibranium.
Get this nigga a shield. That's what he should have said.
Yeah.
And get this nigga a shield.
You would have liked him a little bit more, huh?
Get this nigga a shield. And then Terry Crews is in the corner like, alright, boss. Start taking. Please tell me Terry Crews is in Black Panther 2.
No, but he is in Deadpool.
I don't care. I want him in Wakanda. I'm with him. Africa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so all these niggas, all filler. We talked about those. Okay, let's talk about the set pieces. We have after we do set pieces, we're gonna do spoilers and then questions. Set pieces. We got Nowhere. Nowhere is a planet where one of the stones is. We got the spaceship of Thor's. That's where the first scene takes place, and there's a fight scene there, and that's pretty good. We got the spaceship that Guardians of the Galaxy was on. That was a set piece that had a lot of comedy. It was a little bit longer than probably needed to be, probably, but I love. No one's gonna walk out of this denying that the chemistry between Star-Lord and Thor was just up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Star-Lord changed his voice. You know, he's trying to copy me. All of that was just dope. It was good. Titan.
That's why I think Star-Lord.
It was too funny? I mean, it was trying to be funny?
I think Star-Lord is just, I think that character tries too hard to be funny. But, you know, it is what it is. People like that. I don't care for him as a character.
Man, I feel like that's what he said now. Get this nigga a shield. Okay, Titan, the planet, that was the planet, that is the home planet of Thanos. And that's where the quasi...
They never show what the other people look like on Titan, though. Like, you just saw a little bit. Do all them niggas look like him? Are they really as strong as him? It's just so many unanswered questions.
What is this? Center for Ants? Titan is the planet. That's where he goes. New York. That's where another set piece happens. That's where, after the first set piece, which is the spaceship of Thor's, that's where a big fight scene happens. I mean, that fight scene was like 10 minutes long. It was good. Good dialogue, comedy. Doctor Strangelove shows is good. We see the first problems with the Hulk. A lot of stuff happens in that scene, so it was a good little spot there, but we never see New York again. The Soul Gem place. I don't remember where that was. But there was a planet. Gamora took him there.
Shout out to Red Skull.
Yeah, well, I guess we're going spoilers there.
Shit.
But, yeah, there's there. Wakanda. Nigga City. They just wanted a place to kill as many niggas as possible. Like, they could have went somewhere in New York and it just happened to be a hip-hop concert. And then, like, Thanos start killing a bunch of niggas. Like, no, let's take them to Wakanda. They're smarter. Let's kill more intelligent black people.
The Cav Love concert.
Yeah. Yep, the Cav Love concert. So Wakanda, that's a set piece. Big action scene there. There's a part in the past that takes place on Gamora's home planet. We don't know the name. Maybe they do show it, but all her family gets slaughtered. They literally split up everybody in half go this way, half go this way. Then they don't tell them.
Planet Gamora.
Planet Gamora. And they don't tell them, but half of them are going to get slaughtered. And then, you know, the guy, Squidward, who's talking the whole time, he seems to be the talkative one out of the children of Thanos. He's telling them, like, oh, rejoice.
You may think this is suffering.
Oh, yes. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know, Paul Bear. London. It wasn't London, but it was somewhere in... It was somewhere overseas and shit like that. That was a fight scene. That was dope. Captain America coming in on that overseas, wherever they were, Greensburg, I don't know. I don't even think that's a place over there. But that was dope. The ship that Thor and Rockets.
Or he took the star.
No, that's the ship that they took to go to the star.
Okay.
There was some dialogue there. We found out a lot more about Thor there. We find out about how he feels. He breaks down. We found out a tiny bit more about Rocket, how he cares a little bit. He has a little bit of comedy. Everyone that's in the Guardians of the Galaxy is going to bring a comedic element, no matter who they are, what scene they're in. They're going to bring comedy to it. There's only a couple more set pieces. The ship of Thanos. That's the ship that he brought Gamora where he was torturing Nebula.
That looks like... Oh, okay.
It had a big...
Is that the big circle one?
No, that one was a big stone. That was the one that crept up on Thor's ship at the end of Ragnarok.
Okay.
Big stone chair. I'm sitting in this chair right now, and it's made out of like hard plastic. And if I was sitting in a hard stone chair, I would have used that goddamn reality stone to make some goddamn cushion. I don't care if you tighten it or not. I don't care if you Thanos or not. Who wants to sit in a goddamn stone chair?
That's crazy.
Stone ass chair. And then the last was the ship that Doctor Strange and Peter Parker and Tony Stark took to get to Thanos' planet.
He we're using our made up names. I'm Spider-Man.
I'd have dropped that nigga in a goddamn wormhole. Had that nigga falling for 30 minutes.
Like 5 hours. Can you imagine a nigga falling for real for 5 hours? Damn, that should be crazy.
Nah, Monty Burns, you don't need to read the comics, man. This is a movie. You know what I'm saying? Did nobody go to watch Falling Down with Michael Douglas and have to fucking watch a story? You know, have to read a fucking comic book and shit? That's bullshit. I shouldn't have to read shit. This is a movie. I shouldn't have to read shit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so we cover set pieces. We cover which characters were storyline and which one were just filler for no reason. Which, again, I'll read off the story ones. Thor, Groot, Doctor Strangelove, Thanos, Gamora, Vision, Wanda Sykes, Peter Quill.
Niggas look like, Wanda Sykes died?
Drax, and Loki. That's 10 people out of a cast of 29, 27. If you don't include the villains. Only 10 of them have storylines, and really, out of those 10, really only 3 of them were actual. I was reaching to turn some of these into story arcs. Okay, so let's go over. That was funny, but they need to find a new Spider-Man based off the fucking comics. Dude, Amistad was based off of fucking slavery. Do I need to fucking go and read everything about slavery to enjoy a movie? No! I don't need to read the fucking source material.
Are you talking about replacing an actor?
No, he's talking about how you have to read the comics. You don't have to fucking read the goddamn comics.
No.
I don't got no beef with fucking Monty Burns. I'm just saying, fuck the goddamn comics. If I wanted to read the comics, I wouldn't go see the goddamn movie.
Right.
I would just fucking read the comics.
Right.
I'm going there for a different medium, for a different experience. If anything, I'm going to read the comics and be pissed off that the movie is inferior. Yeah. Which it is. Okay. Set pieces, stories, plots, villains, heroes, spoilers.
Nigga, everybody died in that bitch. Almost everybody died in that bitch. Spider-Man gone. And the worst death that hit me the hardest, Black Panther. Woo!
When he died,
they killed the king, nigga.
I was in the theater and I said, Wakanda forever! Died laughing. Niggas was heated at me. Niggas was heated at me. There was about 3 or 4 trolls in there that was like, he's silly. I screamed Wakanda forever. Like, yes! I wish Catwoman would have shown up out of nowhere like, yes, I'm finally free.
Yep.
Tick, tack, toe. I hope that nigga become Black Panther.
No.
No. There's something in my throat this whole time. That's why I do that. Y'all niggas was shouting after. I didn't know why.
But the death I enjoyed the most was Falcon. I hate Falcon with a passion. Couldn't stand him. I was so glad when they killed that nigga off. And I don't hate niggas. I just don't like him. Okay? I cannot stand Falcon because he's a Captain America dick rider. I do what he do. I'm just slower.
It's not his fault.
Oh.
Marvel gave each one of these main characters a slave, a black slave. Every one of these niggas, Captain America, he got a black slave. Tony Stark got a black slave. Thor got a black slave.
Oh,
Am I wrong? The main three niggas got black slaves.
Who's Tony Stark's black slave?
Rhodey.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
All these niggas got black slaves.
Oh, man, that's bad.
That's super bad.
Yeah, that is bad.
Peter Quill got Gamora. You know she black underneath that green shit.
In real life, yeah.
Come on, man. Even in the fake world, she black.
Yeah,
Thanos turned her green. So spoilers. When did they start killing off superheroes? Shit. I mean, they killed, I don't know. Here's the thing. They're insulting our intelligence.
Right.
No one died in this goddamn movie. Maybe Loki. I'm sure they killed off fucking Squidward like a fucking idiots. Why?
I don't think Loki dead, though, bro. I really don't.
Loki's dead. He snapped that nigga neck. Boop, boop. You know what I'm saying? He
God of mischief, bro. God of mischief, he ain't dead, bro. That nigga hiding somewhere, bro.
That's what they're insulting our intelligence, Luis. I mean, what's the point? This is what I'm saying. Even the dumbest kid
Don't know they coming
don't
back.
know that they're coming back. I mean,
Especially y'all releasing that 1 year.
again, this is why I had to bring up The Empire Strikes Back. Because in The Empire Strikes Back,
Just like in Logan. Nah, that nigga dead.
Luke falls down this fucking, this fucking shaft or whatever after getting his hand cut off. We don't know what happened to him. Oh wait, he was hanging on to the and then he got picked up, I think, or something like that. Han Solo, he's frozen in carbonite. None of these characters died, but clearly they're in fucking bad times. This isn't brave to kill the characters. It's not brave. It's not. Look, the only way this is gonna be a brave, ambitious move is when Infinity War or Part 4 comes out, and they're still dead. And at the end of the movie, they stay dead. Then I will stand up and I will clap and I'll say, Russo brothers, you did it. Now that was ambitious. You killed Spider-Man. You killed that nigga Black Panther. Give this nigga a shield. You killed all these niggas. Good. Phase 4 is done.
You left Falcon dead. Thank you. Appreciate
It was so funny. Hell yeah, they killed that nigga. Dude, Loki is dead. Loki don't want to do no more of these movies. This nigga on did Thor 1, 2, 3, Avengers. This nigga on done. I guess it's just those 4, right?
Yeah, I think so.
He wasn't in Avengers 2.
Nope.
I guess he only did 4 movies, but that nigga probably tired of this shit. Plus, you don't want to get typecast. Like Harry Potter.
Oh, he already typecast.
Harry Potter will always be Harry Potter. Sorry.
All them niggas is typecast now. Like, every last one of them.
Nah, because Chris Evans, he can still play whoever.
No. That nigga just came out with a movie that shit did nothing.
Scarlet Witch, she can still...
Done.
No.
Nah, she can do stuff. She ain't got a big part.
And so can Black Widow. She can do whatever.
Yeah. To the main niggas, Tony Stark will forever be Iron Man. Even though he tries, but he'll forever be Iron Man. It's a wrap for Chris Evans. Chadwick Boseman, it's over. That nigga will forever be Black Panther.
I never heard of nigga till Black Panther, so...
He played James Brown and James
Oh, yeah,
Robinson.
that's right.
And,
Well, okay, Red Skull. Red Skull is in the island where the Soul Gem is.
And I'm just like, nigga, what? Like, what? Y'all niggas waited 6 years to bring this nigga back 7 years.
For that?
Yeah.
Look, it was cool for a second. For a second, it was cool, and then you realize that they're just...
Like, okay.
Right, it just... Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
I would have popped more if that nigga would have been like... if that nigga would have been... And I would have rather
Captain America.
I would have rather that nigga have been Logan. I'd rather that nigga been Wolverine or some shit like that. No, I would have rather that nigga would have been Black Panther's daddy. You know what I'm saying? One eye going this way, the other eye going this way. This is your destiny. You are Black Panther. Red Skull being there is like neither here nor there. It's like cool, right. I guess. Bring a new character in. Who cares?
All right. Should have had the thing.
Right? Here's another spoiler. Howard the Duck isn't in the movie.
Nope.
Why even have him then? You know what I'm saying? Gamora dies. Gamora dies. And in the funniest way possible because she was almost doing the fucking
when her daddy
Nike
threw her
Jordan
off
saying,
the cliff, nigga. I was rolling in the theater.
Right, I was dying laughing.
I was rolling.
The only time I rolled harder was in Iron Man Part 3 when Pepper Potts got thrown into that fire.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
I
was dying.
I was
bro.
laughing. It's Amazing Spider-Man 2 when he snapped that bitch's neck. Nigga, I was cracking up and everybody in the theater was like, why would you laugh at that?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Fuck that bitch.
I mean, how are you supposed to die? Do you want to die by just getting, maybe she was paralyzed,
Maybe it said it was over, just dangling. Just dangling the movie's off.
I like how in that scene, I've never seen anything like this, and why would you? But like Peter Parker's little webcam came out and it kind of like formed a hand. You remember?
Did it?
Like not a for real one.
Oh, but yeah,
it was like this, and then it like spread
yeah.
out, and like it looked purposely like the director. They made it like look like a hand reaching out for her, and then it got her, and then it snapped her neck.
So he killed her. He killed her before the fall did.
Yeah. So
you think
yeah,
just put like maybe a webbing thing to catch her or something like that.
did Stanley survive? I'm pretty sure that nigga, he should have been at the end like he should have been like Steve-O at the end of Jackass, and Jackass whatever it was at the end of the day. He's like whoa, and then he walks off. So Gamora dies in hilarious fashion, doing the Jordan symbol. They of course make Thanos look like a giant bitch. Crying like a little bitch.
He said he's not weeping for you. I mean, he's not weeping for himself. Weeping for you, bitch. You out of here.
She was laughing. She's like, you have to kill. You have to destroy what you love most. She was like, ah! Bitch! She was laughing. She turned into Dave Chappelle quick.
Yeah.
Laughing at the nigga and shit like that. You don't know shit, nigga. You don't love me. You don't love me, nigga. No.
Wait a minute. No.
Nigga, I'd have been like, she tried to grab the knife and stab herself.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have just ran. I'd have grabbed this nigga Red Skull and some shit like that. I'd have hopped on his back or some shit like that. It was stupid. It was all stupid. So he love her now?
Yeah.
Now he love her?
Yeah.
We don't love them hoes.
At all.
That's not your daughter. You slaughtered half her people. Literally.
Yeah.
You taught her to be, and she told you for 20 years. For 20 years. Every day.
I hate you.
I hate you, nigga.
You took me away from my home planet.
You know what that is? That's white guilt right there. Mm-hmm. Thanos was going through some white guilt right there. That's all that was, man. That wasn't love. That was white guilt. And
you took me away from my black planet.
He's like, I saved you, nigga.
Yeah.
Just because you gave me BET don't mean you saved me, nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, that don't mean nothing. BET ain't that. No.
You should have took the crocodile nigga from.
Should have took the crocodile nigga.
From what you call it? What's that? Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Killer Croc. BET.
That's all this thing. You know what? Clearly he had the nigga voice from Saturday morning cartoons. He was a black dude.
Yeah. And
he could have anything he wanted in the confines of staying in prison. And the only thing that he wanted as a black character was BET.
Which is white on. Talk about irony.
White Wolf.
The White Wolf has risen.
So that whole scene with Gamora was just contrived. It was way too forced. It was pointless. And why, like, it was just like, I get that some people took it as emotional, and if you did, good for you. Good for you. You know, maybe it takes a mind capable of
you don't have WET. No, that's
literally every other channel.
Yeah.
That's sorry.
And even BET.
Even BET. Wow.
Yeah.
Life is WET.
Yeah.
Life is WET. When DC set up, they need to do. Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, they already did Marvel vs. Capcom in the comics. So, clearly the niggas wasn't making enough money. But Marvel making too much money. I mean, if DC's willing, if Warner Brothers is willing to sell that property or share it for a one-over, then yeah, of course. Okay, so Gamora's death, whack. Red Skull, whack. Thanos, character-wise, whack. He's the most important. He's the most well thought out and drawn out villain out of all the villains. No, he's not. Zemo was better. Zemo was way better. Frankly,
Killmonger, my favorite thing.
Frankly, Loki was better. Even in the Avengers, he was better. His plight was that his brother casted him aside, and he got an opportunity from, like, let's say it's real hood shit, you know what I'm saying? Yo, people don't fuck with you no more, and they took you out of your hood, and you don't get love over there no more and shit. And then a big Suge Knight looking motherfucker come to you and give you an opportunity and say, yo, we need that area over there. And you know the area better than me, sending in a bunch of niggas who don't know shit. So I'm gonna give you some tools. I'm gonna give you some little hitters. And you go over there and you go fucking make them niggas know my name. And go get the shit that I need. And when it's all said and done, that's gonna be your block. Cool! I'm with that. And I got a power complex? Too sweet. What's Thanos' shit? My family died, and I had an idea, and I didn't listen to me, so I'm gonna kill everybody.
Because I have to restore balance.
Yeah.
Because niggas ain't listening. Balance, people, and that is what you don't understand. That's why today, I still say the best villain of all time done in a movie, my favorite, is the Joker from Dark Knight. He just wanted to watch shit burn. Just wanted to watch shit burn. That's what got his rocks off. He didn't do it because he cared about balance. He didn't care about a bitch. He didn't care about none of that shit. I just want to see motherfucking chaos. It's funny to me. I think that's what makes the best villain.
Well, you like his ideal, but I don't know if he was the best villain because there's plenty of shit wrong with the Joker that didn't make no goddamn sense.
Ah, man. I love.
So the nigga knew he was gonna get arrested because he knew that wasn't Batman, because he knew Batman was gonna show up, and he knew that Gordon.
Yes, he knew all that.
And he knew that Gordon was the fucking Hunk from Resident Evil, the guy who always has the SWAT outfit on. Anyways, he knew that SWAT nigga was Gordon. He knew he was gonna get arrested. He knew to put the bomb in the fat dude. He knew all this. Meanwhile, he kidnapped old boy's girlfriend and kidnapped Harvey Dent and knew all of this stuff.
All of it. He knew that nigga Batman wasn't gonna go for the bitch. He knew it.
But he didn't know Batman's secret identity.
I think he knew.
Explain that. Why would he even think that Dent was Batman? He don't got the fucking money for it. And there's been plenty of times where Harvey Dent was somewhere and Batman was somewhere.
I think Joker always knew, but I think he
they never explained that for a while. I thought he said that somewhere in the movie.
For a moment, I thought it was Dent. Even to a guy like me, that's cold, making him take the fall for you. But then I just thought, he probably thought Dent had money. He probably was a millionaire. But
no, I can list off plenty of people who are way better villains and characters. Let's not get on there. This movie here, the ending, was it brave? Was it daring?
Because we know they're coming back, so it's
lazy. That's what it is. It's lazy. Give me a situation where, like, maybe he put some of the people in this weird hell universe, and then or even better, set up films. Like, you know how Miles Morales is Spider-Man in the Black people universe and shit like that.
Wakanda.
Yeah, in the Wakanda universe. Put some of these people in other universes, like in other realities, where it's like, oh my God, there's a different Tony Stark, and he's played by Forrest Whitaker, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever. And it's like, oh shit, how is he gonna get back? And then there's a Thanos in that too, and it's all, you know what I'm saying, like something, like, you don't have to be Star Wars, but putting a nigga in carbonite and then taking another nigga and cutting his arm off and making it look bleak was better than this.
Yeah.
Better than saying, well, that's it.
Like, had they did this shit in Avengers 4, had everybody had died like that in Avengers 4, and you knew it wasn't coming out for another 2 to 3 years, niggas would be like, what the fuck? That would have been better. But we know that you set this is a setup movie to the next one.
Yeah.
And I think that's just what made it like, okay.
You know what would have been dope is if they said that there was some kind of ID or some kind of like coding that that the dwarf made for the gauntlet, so that only Thanos can wear it. And then as soon as he snaps his finger, he dies too. So now there's no way to bring back reality. You know what I'm saying? So in the fourth one, here's the kicker.
Only way you can bring everybody back is if you bring him back.
Thanos. Yeah. See what? Where's our money at? Where's our money at? You know what I'm saying? Way better than that. This wasn't creative. It was lazy. It was pointless. Only thing that was great about the whole thing was that Black Panther died. That was about the only thing that was worth everything. Okay.
The best thing was Falcon had died and Peter Quill.
That nigga Falcon died, and that nigga Rhodey was like, Sam! Sam! And what was even better was that like 2 scenes later, he's still calling this nigga Sam!
Like a nigga.
Sam, we about to line up, cuz.
Got this Wakanda. Sam!
I wish they would have ended the movie with Thanos on his home planet, and in the distance you could still hear Sam! Sam, good plan, man! That would have been better. And,
Niggas say Sam.
Sam! That was... I would say go see the movie just so you can see this nigga Nighthawk die, and this nigga Black Iron be like, Sam! And it was hilarious. Because everyone else that died...
I'm gonna watch it again for that.
Everybody else that died was just like, C90? And then a nigga look at you and you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
You know? And he's the only nigga where he just died, a nigga looking for him and shit like that. And it was just so weird how he said, Sam!
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 Nigga can't hear you, bro.
Right. Like, don't y'all niggas got earpieces and shit?
Right.
Why are you screaming his name?
That you never see.
You never see.
You never see.
We need somebody on Vision right now. Dude, why are you touching your ear? You know we don't got earpieces in. Oh, I'm Captain America.
The suit is a microphone.
The suit is a microphone. I like to press my ear like this because I used to think, you know. So, storyline, I just felt, you know, like, go for the comedy, go for the 6 fight scenes, but don't go expecting anything to make sense, because it won't.
And you thought Tony was going to die? Come on, man. You know, I knew Tony and Cap wasn't dying. Nigga.
I thought Tony might die because he's old and his character has seen every one of these movies almost. He's been in how many movies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3 of his own plus 2 Avengers movies. That's 5 plus Civil War 6.
Spider-Man.
Plus Spider-Man is 7. Now this is 8. So in 10 years, he's been in 8 movies.
He was in the end of Incredible Hulk, if you want to count that. 9
movies in 10 years. He's probably, you know what I'm saying, he's probably sick of the shit. So I was assuming he would die. Because I do know that in the comic books, because everyone is PC right now, Iron Man is a girl. A black girl.
She's called Ironheart.
So wouldn't it have been amazing if they set her up a little bit? Just introduced a black chick who just, no big lines, no big story, but she's just, you know, when they go to, when Vision and Wanda, when Vision and Wanda go to, or maybe she's in Wakanda. Mm-hmm. Maybe old boy's sister turns into the new Iron Man.
She might, but
that would be dope.
In the comic book, she's Lady Black Panther, though.
Stop. That makes more sense than Black Panther. So you telling me that she's wearing a skin-tight cat outfit?
Yeah. That
makes sense. As opposed to a guy wearing a skin-tight...
What about Spider-Man wearing a skin-tight suit?
He's a 15-year-old white boy.
And it's been versions of him as an adult male. Right. Tobey Maguire wearing a skin-tight suit.
Yeah, he's like 22 years old.
That nigga 30 sucked. Come on, man.
The actor, baby.
Right, come on, man.
But he was in college.
I wasn't wearing no.
He was in college.
I wasn't wearing.
Niggas in college wear togas.
No, man, no.
Okay.
No.
And all I'm saying is, this nigga is a king, and not only is a king, he represents all of us. He is one of the few black characters that we got that don't got a fucking T on his face or some weird shit. Okay. All I'm saying is, when you represent all of us, and you make, and white America makes him our guy, you know what I'm saying? And you put him in a skin-tight outfit, you know what his primary skill is?
Spider-Man is suspect. Yes, he is. Suspect, very.
He's a 15-year-old white kid.
Come on, man. He's been 25 in other versions.
We talking about the MCU. We talking about the MCU.
Any incarnation.
Don't matter.
The suit is still skin tight, bro.
Okay, well, any incarnation of Black Panther, he's still a fuck nigga wearing a goddamn skin tight cat outfit, and he scratches people. Does Spider-Man scratch people?
No, but
he webs them. He webs them up. He webs them up, and then he puts them in, and it makes sense. This nigga be licking himself and shit and cleaning himself, licking himself.
None of that.
Bro, he scratches people.
That's what Panthers do, bro.
Panthers bite the shit out of you. I've never seen a Panther scratch nothing.
That would have made him look more niggerish if he would have bit a nigga. No.
I would rather that than him
Panthers
scratch
have
people.
claws and they scratch.
Spiders
have webs and they shoot webs.
All this nigga need to be doing is bat, 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 bat. No, what's he doing? He's got his claws out. He was actually hissing. I could hear it in the fucking in the ADR department. They added hissing songs.
No.
Fucking Black Panther.
The truth.
So. So here we are. Exactly. There we go. You see it. This movie, give it a grade. We went over so many there's 5 different movies going on in this movie. There's 29 characters. There's 6 villains. There's there's like 13 set pieces. Oh, before you give it the grade, how did Bruce fucking Banner get the Hulkbuster outfit? And I'll give you guys a couple seconds. That not shit if he gay or not yet. Wait, 15-year-old white boy that not shit if he gay or not yet. I don't care if he gay or not. I don't care about that. That's I don't care. The boy is strong. He's learning to use his powers.
So yeah.
He gay, right? He's gay. But I'm saying
I don't care if he's gay or not. I don't know if he's gay.
He is.
But he had a woman interest in the movie.
Hi. He didn't kiss her. He was laying in her lap. Gay dude. She left his ass. Who leaves a king? Left his ass. His dick didn't work.
She stayed?
His dick didn't work.
She stayed.
Where was she in this movie?
Chilling somewhere. She was
chilling with a real nigga. Chilling with a real nigga.
She was chilling with a real nigga. They went shopping.
She probably fucking White Wolf.
I think they're gonna set that up for his sister. They need to stop that shit.
No, because she's supposed to get with Peter Parker.
I heard that too. In the comic, she gets with Peter Parker.
So is anyone going to tell me only good Hulk is the one with Ed? Oh, God. Is anyone going to say, how did fucking Bruce Banner get the fucking Hulk outfit? Where did he get it from?
We're from Wakanda.
How did he get the Hulk outfit? Okay, let's talk about another one.
Yeah, we're from Wakanda.
Yeah.
It's stamped.
There was serious homosexual shit. We're from Michigan. Why did Loki and Ronan get sent? Ronan the Accuser from Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1 and Loki in Avengers Part 1. Why did they get sent to this stuff? And furthermore, Loki's staff had a stone in it. He was given the staff from Thanos. So Thanos already had the stone.
He said a sexual tension between Black Panther and Michael B. Jordan.
That's why he killed that nigga.
That was fun.
He got his DMs. Found out what he was talking about. Why did he send those two? Why did he send Ronan the Accuser? Now, mind you, he did send Nebula, which is one of his daughters, one of his sons of Thanos, sent her with him, and they failed. But there's that. But then why in Avengers 1 did he send Loki with one of the stones, mind you? Secondly, to go get the stone. Thirdly, he got the goddamn Tesseract, and instead of giving it to him, he used it to make a hole in the sky so that the Chitauri could come down.
Right.
Thanos, you wanted the fucking stones. You had 2 of them right there.
Yeah.
No answers. Yeah, and there it is. Why not take the Tesseract? Why not? Why didn't you take it? Okay. You got any other questions that
No, not really.
Not at the top, I guess, because there was plenty of questions.
Yeah.
There was plenty of questions. Give it a grade, man.
B+.
Ooh.
B+.
Give it a star rating. I mean, give it a give out of 5 stars.
2.5.
That's better than that's a C. That's a C minus. That's a C
I
plus.
thought a C was like, oh well, 1.5.
God damn, 1.5 stars. Look, man, I'm gonna give this
1.5.
I'm gonna give this a C and give it 3 stars. And what I'm telling you is this. It's mediocre. It's not a bad.
That shit was boring. It was boring for the most part.
I had a nigga to the left and a nigga to the right snoring.
Yeah.
That's how boring this movie gets. Snoring next to me. Both. I had to accidentally, oh shit, I had to act like I'm nudging the nigga and shit like that. I'll get my popcorn real quick and fake nudge him and shit. The fuck?
It was boring.
3.8 stars out of 10, maybe. But yeah, out of 5 stars, I give it 3. It's mediocre. Like, look, if you like the Avengers movies, if you like comic book movies, you're
definitely
gonna get
the worst out of all the Avengers.
You're gonna get your comedy, and you're gonna get your action set pieces. And the action was good. Not the final battle. The final battle on Titan was good. The final battle where all the black people died. All right. When Thor showed up, it was dope. Right. That was a clap bump. Like literally, probably 12 people in the audience clapped when Thor showed up. And I probably started the clap. Because when he showed up, I was like, yeah! I was drunk. Yeah! And motherfuckers got to stand up and clap. I ain't stand up. So that was a moment. They played the theme and shit like that. Right? If you're going, like you can spend your money and go see Triple X, the return of Xander Cage, whatever the fuck. What kind of Xander Cage? Anyways, you can go spend your money seeing that. The jokes won't be as funny and the action won't be as good. So if you're going to spend money on a movie that has action and comedy, go see it. But don't believe the hype that it was like the best and it was the this and it was the that. You're going to get your money's worth as far as the humor is good. Your favorite characters will be there. They'll be interacting with each other. Just seeing some of these characters meet the other character for the first time was worth the fucking $12. It's $12 goddamn dollars. But it wasn't.
My girl paid for it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it had an action story lack though, but did get boring at times. Yes. So I mean, yeah, like it was just. And for an Avengers movie, for a $300 million movie, it was average. It was meh.
Boy.
That's why it failed. That's why it sucks. Okay?
Maybe it sucked on purpose, though. Because they going to make it... They really going to turn up in the next one. But I don't know.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Yeah. Only thing I can say is that there's definitive moments in Avengers Part 1. The circle shot. Thor. Captain America. Black Widow. All of them turning around. That was a memorable shot.
Right.
In the second one, the same one shot at the beginning of the movie and at the end when they're fighting all the Ultrons. Mm-hmm. Again, memorable moment in fucking Civil War. Them niggas going against each other. And if not any other scene from that thing, old boy turning into Giant Man.
Oh, yeah.
You'll never forget that.
That was dope.
You'll never forget that.
He was like, holy shit.
Oh, boy was like, I thought that was a water truck. Yeah. So there's nothing memorable from this. I don't think I'm gonna.
Only part was niggas dying. That's it.
I guess that's memorable. A memorable fail.
Shock factor.
A memorable fail.
Okay.
So that's it, guys. If you guys want to go over this 2-hour thing, we talked about everything you need to know about the movie that you're not going to find in other...
Last Jedi was bullshit, too. I
didn't see that, but people were saying that basically they did the same type of thing in Avengers that they did in The Last Jedi. It's like almost the same thing. But yeah, the stuff we talked about here, I've watched maybe 4 or 5 other people who, IGN and GameSpot and Comics Explained and all, people. The stuff we talked about, you're not going to see in those podcasts. You're not going to see in those reviews. You're getting exclusive content right here. So, tell them what you got coming up next, man. We'll go ahead and get out of here.
Pretty much got some new music coming. Hopefully more podcasts, more shows. I'm in a play May 15th. Rehearsal start May 15th. But I'll keep y'all posted on that. So y'all follow me at C90 MI on Twitter, and at the Promise, THPROMICE for my challenge people out there. So I'll holler at y'all in a minute.
That's about it, man. Trent, do your thing, man. I would say, a man coming in here who wants to know about another man's body. That's strange.
Yeah.
Maybe he's Doctor Strange.
Strange love.
Doctor Strange love. Suspect. Maybe. maybe he got the skin tight Black Panther outfit at home too, man. That nigga sit at it right now and shit. But I am PeterPromo, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and hope you guys come back. The start off spoil free. We got into mid spoilers, and then we just spoiled everything at the end. End credits.
Whack. Nick Fury.
There's only gonna be one thing that niggas remember from this movie. Get this nigga a shield. That's the only thing niggas gonna remember from this movie, and it never even happened. Yeah, man. Get this nigga a shield.
Yep.
And then Roddy was like, me? Oh,
no, not you, nigga.
No, not you.
Not you.
Like, hey,
white nigga.
You think we should all get weapons that have?
No.
Just
him.
Okay, it makes sense, right?
I don't fuck with you.
But she only got.
You got tried to kill me.
She only got two pistols.
No, just him.
You sure she should go to war with pistols?
That's him. I only have room for one nigga. No. We
But
gave away our last stuff to Mbaku.
Are we all surrounded by niggas?
No.
I should.
That's nigga.
That
you
nigga.
You got the flying suit. You go.
Ending credits. If you don't read the comics, then the ending credits make absolutely no sense, and that's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. If you've seen the movies, then at the end of Civil War or whatever that was, where old boy Bucky's arm was trapped in the whatchamacallit, and that was in the same movie. It was in Ant-Man, and at the end credit scene, Bucky's arm is in that vice. And he's like, yeah, we gotta get somebody who can da-da-da-da. And he's like, I think I know a guy. He kicked my ass earlier on in this movie. That makes sense. It's self-referential, self-contained. It makes sense. You gonna fucking put a fucking fake-ass beeper out to Carol Danvers, and I guess that's a nod to A, she's coming. B, it's a pager. So that means the movie that they're doing was from the 90s. So he's got this pager from the 90s that he used to contact her, which doesn't make any sense because it's 2018. Why wouldn't you update that and make it something better? Yeah. But at least we got a motherfucker in.
Yeah.
We got Almost. A motherfucker in an Avengers movie.
Almost. We got a nigga in the Marvel production anyway.
Right.
Call me a nigga? Shout out to Luke Cage.
Oh man, if we can get Samuel Jackson on Luke Cage. So there we go, guys. C90 here. Check his music out. C90 MI or at the Promise with a C, not an S. Promise with a C, not an S. And PeterPromo here, man. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself, had fun. See, we hold the shot of Joey. He ain't shit else to say after that. But Joe, you enjoy yourself too, man. I hope everybody have a good time. And thanks for staying up late night with us. This has been your Black Panther. Why it sucked. We listed a lot of legit reasons.
Venom is next.
Oh man,
no, it's gonna suck.
Man,
what's that other movie called? Captain Marvel. I already know that's gonna suck. But all right.
Master Choke, Just Coy, everybody, how about your boy? I'm out of here, man. Take it easy, and as always, be yourself.
Yeah.
Cause everybody else
is taken.
It's already taken.
Yep.
Get this nigga a shield.
That's going to be on my page. You gonna get your Facebook page back, bro?
Man.